Jeez.
What did you say, Dave?
Trash to Cash podcast.
The last thing you said?
I said,
what was the last thing you said?
It's time to record a podcast.
Look, I'm just gonna. I didn't want to do this until we were live, but I'm gonna quit the podcast, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely wait
wanna
until
do it
we're
live.
so that we
wait
can
till
all
we're live.
uncomfortably try to figure
Now
out how to
we've got-
respond to heartbreaking news. That sounds like a great plan.
I wonder how many people are gonna really think that's Let's kind of play it up because
the best
tweeted
part is,
7
like,
or 8
most of
times
Kevin's audience isn't gonna
live.
catch the irony.
Dude, I don't even think Kevin caught it because Kevin's not paying attention. Kevin's
Kevin's
this
not
happened.
watching the locker
I caught
room.
it. I
You caught it.
100%
You saw this
caught
happen
it.
this week. This
I
literally
saw the
happened on a
locker room.
podcast.
I saw it happen,
Okay.
but I think it's like you think it was set up, so you don't think it was set up at all. You
No,
think
they
it was
didn't
just
know.
legit.
I
did
literally
not know.
talked to Chris
How do you know?
in person 2
You
days
talked to
ago,
Chris
and
in person 2 days ago.
Chris
All
was
right.
crying.
He was literally
I'm
crying.
dude, we're at a Cornish pastry place. Just relax.
Can we talk about that?
We're here
Carrie?
to celebrate me leaving. It's not about you.
Finally, we figured out how to get people to go hang out with Carrie.
Just
Tell them
leave.
he's leaving. And then they're like, yes, celebration, he's leaving.
Hey, that's
That
what we
was
should put
intense.
as the title of this podcast. Carrie's leaving. Sad.
Yes.
Sad,
Carrie's
sad,
quitting
sad
everything
face.
this week.
No, just
He
say,
quit
you
Vegas.
got to make it like saying
It's
goodbye.
a
Like
sad
they
day.
were, sad day, and then just put, I'm not going to say anything I'm thinking. I'm going to
Episode
Quitting
158. Welcome
that
to the
what we're
Trash
on?
to Cash podcast. As always, we have the Commonwealthy Picker over here and
much
the subpar Dan and
Less
Demand
wealthy.
wannabe down below.
Yes, I
Carrie
am.
American Arbitrage.
Discount Dan and Demand.
Dan always. Have you watched? Okay, so there's
like
there's a lot
Droopy
of
Dog.
reselling podcasts, and
Dan is Eeyore.
they're all worth listening to if you have too much free time, like I did.
Yes.
And I listened to all of them this week, pretty much. Well, okay, I didn't listen to all
did
of them. And
too.
now I'm going to offend people if I say that I listened to all of them.
Did
Don't
you listen to
mention
the
theirs.
one? Did you listen to the Fantastic Voyage?
I went to the one that Kevin was on
Profit
and
pay.
Oh, that
without
was
me
terrible.
on it.
turned that off really quick.
Oh, I watched a
I
little
went
bit of
to
that, but it's
Carrie's
way too
thing.
serious.
I went
there
to
wasn't enough
Carrie's
cry
thing.
loft
Carrie was
talk.
on some podcast, the Old Guys of Reselling. I don't know if that was new or it just started
That
playing.
had to have been an old one. I haven't been on one.
Okay,
for
it
a
was like a
while.
month ago, 2 months ago. I don't know, but it just started.
Oh yeah,
playing,
tonight because this is Tuesday, right? We're talking.
Yeah.
We're speaking in the
Yeah.
future. I'm going to be on a Cat's show where
Okay.
we just answer like the same questions
same
every
exact
time.
questions.
But
Every
nobody
week.
go and watch it because we
Mm-hmm.
have a massive
Don's going to be on
high-end
there too.
cards and sports show, not just cards on Dibbed It. So don't go watch Cat's show. We love
Can
you,
you
Cat.
imagine?
You could do two things.
Can you
could
imagine
bid with your phone
agreeing-
and watch with the
agreeing to
computer.
go on some other live show when we're trying to grow a platform that you're
Seriously,
earning commissions off of, Carrie?
What do you want me
And
to
it's
do?
sports
She asked
cards.
me to do it. She asked me
Say
to do
no.
it. What do you want me to say?
Say
No,
no.
I'm not like you.
Hey.
Fine, then I'm gonna be on Locker Room
You
in
need-
2
you-
days. Look
You are
out
going to
for
be on
it.
Locker Room in 2 days. And then
I'm
I
gonna be on
basically
Locker
said,
Room.
I'm ready to do it. And he kind of was like not interested. So I don't
I
even
do
think
feel
I'm
like
invited.
I feel like I was catfished a little bit, all right? Because I got invited to the Locker Room
Bye, Shane.
without knowing Shane was gone.
You're the
Shane,
new
he might
Shane.
make a
You should-
comeback for you.
I'm telling you, you should act like you're taking over.
Yeah.
You could.
I-
You should
That's
do this.
gonna be
Go
worth
on
watching.
and say you will join the Locker Room if Ben leaves.
if Ben and Beard Guy and other
Yeah,
dude
if
in the
it's-
garage
if it's-
leave,
If you could just
then
do
I'm
it and then
out, or then I'm
replace
in.
them with us, and then we'll just take their channel.
no, my point on Dan in Demand was like, very often he expresses concern that his co-hosts don't care about him. They don't check in on him.
I feel like that.
And so
sometimes,
I
too.
think we all need to go out of the way to check on Dan, everyone in the audience.
Yes,
Message Dan
everybody.
in Demand
Yeah,
on
let's all
Instagram.
and say, how are you
Send him
doing,
a
Dan in
message.
Demand? We're thinking of you. We care. I did it yesterday.
whatever you
I
want to
just-
send them.
I
You
care
don't
that
have
much.
to. You could just say, "Hey, where's the money?"
Or I got a better
Ask
one.
him
You
for
can
money.
come
Where's
over
the beef?
to Dibbed It and you can watch him sell with me live and ask him on
Tuesday
Dibbed
or
It.
Wednesday.
I might even do a giveaway for the first person that asks. Matter
Kevin,
of fact,
is
I'm going
that-
to do it.
Is that Tuesday or is that Wednesday that you'll be doing
Dan is Tuesday. Carrie comes on late on Wednesday. No, you came on late on Tuesday. 10
I'm
o'clock
doing
or
a
something,
little-
Carrie?
Yeah, I'm doing both days for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm coming on earlier on Wednesday because I have the live with Kat.
We got
Or on
vintage
Tuesday,
sport
sorry,
flips,
Mhm.
death pile over the years.
Yeah, you
bigs,
and
collectibles.
Dan
It's gonna be
together reminds me like a Werther's commercial with like a Gushers commercial mixed together.
awesome.
just like
Gushers and Werther's.
Old-
Old timey, but also like people's heads are gonna explode.
I'm kind of hoping that Death Pile sneaks out of the darkness behind you at some point during the show, Kevin.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
crawls out because I know he's at your house, and I just feel like he's
here.
hiding in there somewhere.
He's here.
Can I
He's
guess?
my
His
poor
little
wife is
beady eyes in the
upstairs.
background. Do you see him?
Is he just smoking in your house? Just chain smoking in
we
your
don't let
kitchen?
him smoke in the house. No, no.
Okay, so I
we
did a
don't let him.
garage sale, an in-person garage sale. Would you like to hear about it?
This is
go?
so. I if somebody could have like predicted what your garage sale would go like, this is pretty much what I thought it would go
did Mike
like.
tell you? Did Mike tell you? 'Cause
Well,
talked
I
to
saw
Mike on
your
the phone.
posts,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he told
okay.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might have told Carrie. I don't know if I told Carrie.
You called me, but I was like you thought I was just waking up and pooping, but I was actually already
You were like
gone.
at a card show.
I was at a
Yeah.
card show. So yeah.
It was weird because I did not anticipate that this is what would happen. I get out there to do my garage sale, and I think a big part of it was like my family. I said, hey, we're having a garage sale. I didn't realize, but we ended up filling both my cars and my dad's car with more stuff to sell, right? Stuff for my death pile, but mostly just crap we have too much of in our house and in our life. And I mean, I'll tell you, this is just like I'm becoming a minimalist because I was like, holy crap, how do we have so much stuff? And back in the day, like 3-4 years ago, I would go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, be like, no, we're going to put that on eBay. We're going to put that on eBay. Put that on, not this time. No.
Yeah.
I said, well, I don't care, kids. Whatever. Callie, I look at her free box. There's a bunch
I
of
like
Jurassic.
that, Dave.
There's a bunch of Jurassic Park, like Jurassic World dinos that sell for like 12 to 15. I would never give those away, but they're in her free box. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Just give them away. I don't care. Like, that's the point I'm at now.
That's cooking daddy money coming into your life.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's
is.
exactly
Maybe
what
that's
it is.
But
Cooking
like,
daddy. I love it when you
show
do it
up.
on Divdit. That's what
people
I love.
show up, and I didn't realize how much I didn't care about the money for this yard sale. Like, I couldn't bring myself. I was having such a hard time bringing myself to say more than $1. Like, a pair of shoes, it's 2 shoes, Dave. Charge $2, one per shoe. But I'm just like, nah, $1 for the Yeezys. Like, what?
$1
Just
for the
take 'em.
$50.
You had
cheese.
Yeezy. You had Yeezys.
I bought them from Atlanta Flipper on his whatnot for like $50 or $60 a while back.
Were they real?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
And so I got a steal on them, but then I just put them at the. I ended up selling.
You
for
should have
$2.
wore
So that's
Yeezys. I
pretty
think
good.
Dave and Yeezys
Yeah.
would have been pretty cool.
But dude, but it was bad because there's also stuff that's like personal, like my miter saw from NC Builder. You know, my DeWalt miter saw. These are like a $500 saw. I remember I saved up for it and got it. I was so excited. It was before I did like a lot of picking or anything, and I was like so excited about my miter saw. Some guy walks out with it, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that was in there. He's like, how much? I'm like, I don't know, $70. Like, give away $500 saw. It's like, yeah. He's like, okay. That was the most expensive thing I sold though. Like, someone rolled up for my blow molds.
Well, that's you.
I had 19 blow molds. You know what I sold 19 blow molds for?
$19.
No, I did pretty good on these. I did pretty good, you know, for
$100.
me. $160 for 19 blow molds. So it's about $9 a blow mold.
So you are
This is just
the
a
yard
wealth.
sale. You are the yard sale people want to go to that are
Dude,
just
it was
giving
an
stuff away, or
amazing
the
yard
ones
sale.
that Kevin sets up for his videos, like just
No.
so good
Someone walks
that they're
out with, like,
unbelievable.
with like a brand new Brad nailer, DeWalt Brad nailer. I bought it for one project, one
I
thing
don't know
I built.
what that is.
It's like
What
a
does
little
it do?
DeWalt tool.
Oh,
Okay?
it's a DeWalt tool. Okay,
And
that helps.
it's in mint condition. I think I paid like $70 for it when I got it. He's like, how much is that? I'm like, $5. He's like, seriously? And like so many people would be like, I had a porcelain sign, Supreme Motor Oil. Guy holds up. He's like, he's got a camera on. He's like a flipper. He's like, how much for the Supreme Motor Oil sign? I'm like, $1. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Dude, you should have told him not to film you. You should have been a Karen.
Hey,
should have
you
like,
could
don't
have just
film me.
waited for me to come down and get in.
I want to do it again.
Yeah, he
I
has
wanna do it
the
when you
nerve.
get
Yeah,
here.
you want me to get down there and
We're
sell
gonna-
my stuff for $1?
Yeah.
Dude, I
Yes.
have to find
No,
yes.
I live in Florida. There's not a
Listen.
wealth of stuff that I can just
I don't
pick
need you
the
to bring
next
stuff.
week.
I don't need you to bring stuff. I just want you to be there. I want you to bring
We
people.
just want your company.
Yeah, I want your pull. I don't
And
want your
we
stuff.
want-
I want
we want-
Mike's
we
stuff.
want
and I want
what
Rod's
you can
stuff.
give us.
Can
and
I
me and
set up a
Carrie's stuff.
table and like I'll
Yeah.
sign autographs
Absolutely.
and
Yeah, sure. Whatever
do it.
delusional thing you want to do that nobody's asking for.
that was at
Listen.
the flea market this week. An old timey wrestler sitting there, and I'm like, dude, this is Jimmy Valiant, handsome Jimmy Valiant, and he's sitting there signing stuff for $10. And I'm like, dude, at a flea market in Bedford, Virginia, this is like, I bought one.
There is. I'm not gonna. I'll spoil a little bit more. Okay, guy holds up an iMac computer. You know, like an iMac computer, like an older one. It's probably like $200 on eBay. He's like, how much? I'm like, $5. Does it work? Yeah, it works. I tested it. Then it does. It works. Holds up a Mac Mini, like a $200 Mac Mini. How much? $5. He's like, okay.
Why did you could have made more selling it on Jim did that.
I know. I don't know why I did it. That's what I can't quantify why I was like this. I
No,
didn't
it's about
expect
getting
it.
rid of stuff, though, dude.
I didn't
You just wanted
expect
to
it.
move stuff.
Yeah.
You just wanted to
I
get
didn't want
stuff
to
out of
scare
your life.
anyone away. I wanted them to be so excited that they kept shopping. I think that's
Yeah,
what it
you
was.
also were like hosting. There was people coming from the fact that they know
People
who
were
you
coming
are.
for
So
4
why
hours
was there
away,
stuff
too.
that didn't sell? If it's that cheap, why weren't people buying everything?
I don't know. I wondered the same thing because like there was plenty in there, but people stick within their niches.
This
and
is what
stuff.
you
Like, one
should
guy
do.
was a shoe buyer. There was someone who came as a clothes buyer, and I had like 2 or 3 pairs. I think you were with me when I picked some of these of really fancy overalls, jean overalls for like 3XL guys. They're like $80 to $100 overalls. $1 for any clothing item. $1.
This is what we should do, Dave. When I'm out
Dude,
there,
I
we should
should've
do
gone
this.
there.
You should have. You could have sourced. Yeah.
We should just do a yard sale, me and you. The power of us get Kevin. Kevin's not going to do this because it's going to not make him a lot of money. But we should just be like, we should make it a graduating scale because they always say the early bird gets the worm. But
Yeah.
I believe that is not the case. Sometimes the late eagle gets the beagle.
The
or
beagle,
whatever the
yeah.
hell
So
say.
they like beagles.
Yeah, 'cause
So
they
they're
can snatch a beagle
lift
up.
them, yeah.
But my point is, like, you start a yard sale at whatever. Let's pick a reasonable time that people like, 11 a.m.
That's when
Start
I
a yard
started
sale
mine.
at
I started
11.
mine at 11.
Yeah, and it starts. Everything's $5 for an hour, and then hour
Yeah.
2, everything's $4. It goes all the way down to
Oh, we're like a
4
bin
p.m.
store.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
but in
better.
one day, and at 4 p.m. everything's free.
Yeah, I love it.
And
Just
you
do
never-
a Dutch oven. Well, you can
Dutch
do
oven,
it the
yeah,
other
let's
way.
do Dutch ovens.
let's Dutch it. We're
Or
gonna
you
do
can go
Dutch
the
There's
other
ovens.
gonna be a
way.
whole section for Kevin to
Yeah,
Dutch
when you
oven.
come
30
down, there's gonna
bucks.
be a lot of Dutch ovens, guaranteed.
We'll set up a little
you
tent,
can do
sleeping
$5
Set up a
and then
Go in there if you want to be Dutch oven by Kevin. He's just
Dude, we
eating
make
beans.
some money.
you can do it the
some
other
of-
way. $5
get
at
some of
11,
Kevin's
$6 at 12, $7 at
Mm.
1.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
goes
so-
up, and ooh, we could do it reverse. That's good.
I
Get it done
spent-
real quick.
I was like, Tina, I want to edit the garage sale and get it out on my picker channel soon. Like, I'm excited about it. I think it was fun. I don't know how many people will watch it. I was like, it'll probably take me like an hour to edit. It took me 4.5 hours to edit that today, but I'm gonna drop it tomorrow. So by the time
Yeah.
this podcast is out, you can go just watch the yard sale.
Yeah, just
Well, you
straight
need to
fire.
announce
That's a kid say.
if you're going to have another one and when that date's going to
I
be.
put at the
so-
end. I put the target date for the next one is November 17th, Sunday, 12 to 5, noon to 5 p.m. Kevin will
I'm
be
gonna
there.
Be busy. I'm
Death
gonna
Pile Picker will be there. Rod is gonna be. Wait, look, we got balloons.
I don't know.
False advertising.
be not sure if I'll be
Oh.
in town.
I didn't say that. I just said the
Appearance
target
fee.
is. I didn't say anyone was gonna be there. I said we're shooting to do the.
Can
next
we get
one
handsome
November
Jimmy
17th.
Valiant or whoever Johnny Valiant? What's his
Yeah.
name? Johnny Quest.
That's,
What's cool
what's
is
that guy's name?
What's cool is it's like a big giant
Boogie
yard.
Woogie Man.
We were like cooking up hot dogs and popcorn and just hanging out. It
You
was
were just
fun.
making all sorts
It
of
was
foods
just fun.
You were probably
without any
feeding
food
people.
safety permits.
Yeah, a couple people who came got free hot dogs. And next time, listen, when we're gonna do it November 17th, we're gonna get more for the grill. And we're gonna cook some burgers too and hot dogs.
Can I cook?
And people just sure.
Like
why
let
not?
people risk it?
You're going to lose
Well,
money.
I don't know how to cook.
We're gonna lose what, Kevin?
You're going to lose more money. You got to pay for
Why?
the burgers.
You're
Listen,
gonna pay
you
for
make
it's
the
not about
burgers.
money, Kevin.
Put a tip jar out there, Dave.
There you go. I like that.
No, this is trash to cash is paying for all this. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's not real
Yeah,
money.
It's fine. It's gonna be fun, Kevin. We're gonna have fun. I've decided. I
It's
have
a
to
trash
create
to
it.
cash meetup.
It's
Impromptu.
basically
Yeah.
a trash to cash Bunnell, Florida meetup. That's where everyone wanted the meetups.
I'm
to
pretty
be,
sure, like-
in the boondocks.
I want to
Uncle
change
Dave's
everything
garage
about
sale.
myself. When I move
Yeah.
out there, I want to be completely different. I think I'm going to only wear overalls but no undershirt.
We
just
should all do
overalls.
that. Dude, you got my dad's friends came. They all roll up on their Harleys. I love my dad's friends out there because all of them, I just sit there and comp their clothes in my mind. I'm like, 30, 20, 17, 84. That's single stitch Sturgis 1986. Holy crap. Like they're just and like they got like nipple piercings and they're cool. They're like
Your
old
dad
old school
runs with
Harley
the same
dudes.
crowd Kevin does.
Yeah, they pull out of my container like an Easy Rider magazine. It's like, oh, let's see the centerfold. Like they're just
It's like, let's check out the porn at the yard sale.
It's pretty funny though. They showed up. That was, and then all the other thing is my whole family showed up. My cousins showed up. My
Yeah.
sister showed up, and they're all picking the.
So you
container,
were
too. It's
happy
kinda
with
fun.
the turnout? It got more than the first Trash Cash
There-
Vegas meetup?
Well, a lot of locals just came. I advertised it well, so a
Yeah.
lot of just local shoppers came.
Were you upset when they didn't know who you were? Were you like
I would
Kevin
say it
where
was
you
like
were visibly
50-50.
shaken?
It was 50-50 people who knew me and who did. Honestly, the amount of people that came, I'd say maybe total visitors 30, maybe 30 people that came throughout the 4 or 5 hours. They all bought
That's
a
all?
lot. Yeah. But they were
Wow.
there for a while and picking, and it was never more than like, well, okay, if you add my family in, it's probably closer to 50 because like 20 family members showed
I
up
don't
too.
count.
But yeah,
I might be able to get 30 people show up to my house.
It's not
There
hard.
you
Like on
Well-
I'm not talking to advertise. I'm just like
Invite
just
'em
posting
over,
a
dude.
yard sale sign.
Well, listen, you know what? I think maybe more people will come to the next one once they see how desperate I am to get rid of this crap. When I drop that video and they're like, wow, he was giving away everything.
Oh, dude,
maybe
it would
they'll
be
come.
so perfect if, like, I would be giving stuff away if if I had
Did
the
you
stuff
see
I have
Froggy?
here, there, but I got to
Yeah.
do it before I leave.
Did you see? Well, you could have a yard sale, Kerry. Did you see
Dude, I'm in an
Froggy
apartment.
Flips? Well, you go to flea market.
I've seen Froggy Flip.
I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
He's
The
on
Froggy
YouTube.
Flips did this video
Yeah,
twice.
Froggy Flips.
He had a
Oh, he
yard
did a
sale
yard
and
sale.
he
Yeah,
was selling stuff dirt cheap.
Was it cheap? Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
dirt
if it was,
cheap.
I didn't
There's
watch-
a shocking lack of
It's
frogs
not really.
in his videos.
I think it's just one of those things when you pick enough and you have running out of space. Like you just got to get rid of it.
Yeah, you don't want to look at your mistakes any longer at some
Or just
point.
don't buy as much and list it.
But some people pulled out things I didn't even know I had. Like back when I was doing NC
This is
Builder.
this is why I like straight whatnot now, because I don't want anything that isn't going to be run in like a couple weeks at the most. I don't
No,
want to
Don
deal
is
with
not
like
gonna tolerate
inventories.
that.
Well, Don is not going to do that. I'm talking about me. I want to spend, I want to suck at selling cards instead of suck at selling everything. You know what I mean?
Let Don make all the money.
I
Yeah.
think so apparently I had like a
point.
bunch of boxes of screws, which I kind of forget those things have value, but like 5,000 counts of screws that I had bought when I was doing NC Builder that I paid like $100 a box for. I had those in there. People found stuff that I forgot I had. And of course I sold them the boxes of screws for $5 a piece.
Was it hard just like disassembling your NC Builder dream, just selling all? Because like
Dude, I
I'm
shouted
gonna
it
have
out.
most.
I shouted it out in this
I'm-
video.
Oh, dude, I'm getting like most of the stuff you built. It feels like.
Yeah, it's basically all of Carrie's furniture.
It's
is
just
brought to you by
shoddy
NC
workmanship.
Builder. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Tina
Me and Don got bunk beds though, so that's nice. I get to be in the same room now,
and a double-decker couch, just like in
and
the
a
Lego
double-decker
movie.
toilet.
Yeah,
which makes it
that's
easier.
True too. I went to a house today. There was an open house near my house, and I went to it, and it was clearly like a super rushed flip. But they did this thing that I've never seen before.
So you
they
sold.
called
Wait a
it
minute. You sold off all this wonderful inventory and then went to a yard sale.
Open
It's
house.
a disease.
Open house.
Oh,
not
open
yard
listen,
house.
house. Okay. I'm
Reselling is a disease.
Did I say
this
yard
is
sale
what
or
we
open
do.
house?
sorry.
I don't know
No,
what I
you
said.
said open house. I'm sure.
Open house, yeah, no, it was an open house near my house, but I did go to yard sales on Friday. But I went to an open house, and they like we're calling it a 2.5 bath, and I go in there, and I'm like looking for the other bathroom, and between the garage and the house, there's like a little laundry hallway, like with the washer and dryer, and right next to the washer and dryer, they just installed an impromptu toilet,
Look,
like just. No sink or
Any-
anything, just
any-
washer,
any
dryer,
room.
toilet. I'm like, that is not a
This
half
is-
bath.
This is flipping 101, house flipping 101. Any room is a half bath if you
put a
purchase a
toilet in
bucket. If you
Yeah,
you just
no,
need a
they actually
bucket.
put a real
technically.
It's
toilet
got
in there.
half the necessities. Well, you got to have
Yeah.
a sink. I
Mm.
don't know.
I don't know if there was a sink
If
in
it,
there now.
you
I
just
don't
got turned
remember.
to washer.
There might
A
have been
toilet
sink.
and a sink is a half bath.
But also, I don't know. It just seemed like, oh, there's water here. We could call this a half bath if we just added a couple things. I don't know. It's just funny. That was not
Just
really.
put a bucket with a lid on it.
So you're just
half
pooping
bath.
there, and then people are doing laundry.
Yeah, Tina would do the laundry while I poop, basically. That's, sounds fun. I don't know. Weird new
It's
thing.
completely normal.
But yeah, so I was surprised by my behavior at the yard sale, and even Tina was
too.
like, "Wow, you've changed." Because I was the guy who said, "No, take that out. I'm gonna put that on eBay." Now it's just like, eh. I don't
No,
think
it's-
it's cottage cheese money, Carrie.
No, it
I
is
think
cottage
it's
cheese
just,
money.
No, it's the.
You're 40.
quantity.
You're having a midlife
Dude,
crisis.
it's
Kevin's
the
told us about
quantity of
this for
stuff.
20, 30 years now.
When I like go into the container and it still feels full after all those auctions, and I'm unloading 2 more cars into it, and I know this room is overflowing with crap. I'm just like, why do I have so much stuff? I haven't even been buying heavy for the last.
When
5
I met
months.
Don, I
crazy.
had a 2-story building, 3,000 square feet. I had a 10
Oh,
by
here
40
we go
storage.
again.
Hey, but guess what I did, Kevin? You want to
gosh.
guess what I did?
You rubbed your
Guess,
leg
Guess.
against
Guess
the
what I
thing.
did? Because I don't have them anymore. Something changed. That's
You
your
moved to
hint.
Vegas.
No, but I adapted, Kevin.
How did you
Okay,
adapt?
okay.
Holy crap! Adaptation is a thing in reselling.
Gosh, I can't tell it. I only have 3 stories. Let me tell them.
Oh
It's
man,
okay.
y'all,
Tell
I
us
tell
about how you
But no, I was
pretended to play
texting
catch
you-
with your son, Kevin.
Kevin,
Go
I
ahead.
was texting you on Friday morning when I was at yard sales.
I
was
know,
cleaning up.
finding fire. I'm like,
Were you the one that
but
found
still, you don't
the?
get
Did
rid
you
of-
find the "Don't Be a"? Yeah, you found the "Don't Be a
No,
Menace.
that was Rod. Rod found the "Don't Be a
That was
Menace"
awesome.
jacket. That was really cool.
That was really cool.
I couldn't tell if that was like just like one of the street artists recently, or if that was actually vintage.
Either way, it's gonna sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way,
No,
it's good
I found a
stuff.
bunch of liquid blue T-shirts, like skulls and stuff, Y2K, like early 2000s, and
kind of stuff
Snap-on
he just
tools.
sells for
Is
nothing.
that the
he
stuff
just
you're gonna wear? Like it's in the new rotation.
Just sell it for a couple bucks. You know.
You could be like, cottage cheese rally roots and just start wearing that stuff.
Listen, one of my favorite things, I don't know, it satisfies me more than money, is seeing Kevin get upset about the fire I sell for super cheap, and see
it's
him
because it's so
be
hard
too
to
cheap.
find, Dave.
Seeing him to be too cheap to bid like, $28 on an $80
Yeah.
T-shirt that
Listen.
would fit him, and he's like, "Nah, I can't bid 28, Dave."
Listen, hey, resellers got to do what they got to do, man.
You would wear that.
Yeah, yeah. I
Kevin
bought a
gets his
Beach
shirts
Boy
for
shirt off
free.
you. What do you want? I mean,
what did you buy?
a Beach Boy shirt off of you.
Oh, that is right. You did buy that.
I
That was
can't
too
wait
big
to
for you,
sell
though,
it
wasn't
either.
it? Oh yeah,
I
was
don't
gonna
have
say,
tried it
think
on,
that
but
would
I'm
fit
gonna
you.
sell. It probably
See
will
that?
fit me. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna sell it because it's good stuff. Dave just like, here's this $150 bear I'm gonna put up, and then forgets to tell him that he has it listed for
Dude, it was
$150.
a $200 bear.
He just didn't even tell him. He's
I
like,
forgot to tell him, and then that sold. I was like, well, because like
$16 on
the
Dividend.
thing with
Because
one
you
of a
wouldn't even
kind-
have those bears if I didn't push you into buying.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
thing
a
with
good
one
thing.
of a kind artist bears is like it takes some research to figure out the
Sure.
value, and you have to go off like what the artist was. So in a live auction like that, like no one has time to do the proper research to figure out the value
You also have to deal
So-
with the people who made the bear emailing you and letting you know that you're
about
not
your poor photography.
selling it well.
Well, okay, so I was doing a service, I think, just saying, hey, this doesn't mean it's worth this, but this is what I had it listed for, right? I had it listed for this, had it listed for that, just so they had some sort of concept of what I had it listed for. And that one was listed for $200. I didn't tell them that, and it sold for $13.
17.
So even if they cut my,
But that's awesome, though. They could have that in their
Even if they cut my price
storage
in half, yeah.
for a year, asking $200,
I would
and they
have
won't
paid.
sell either.
I would have trusted you, Dave, and I would have paid. I'm thinking if Dave has it listed for 200, I could probably list it for 250 because Dave takes crappy pictures,
I
bad
do take crappy
titles, and
pictures.
I could probably
That's
get it
all
sold
true.
for
Yeah, and
200.
you just have a massive audience that you sell stuff to.
No,
Well, it's the same thing with the clothing. Like, I can never move clothing. I'll even list it, and I'll try, and I'll leave it listed for months, and it just doesn't sell because I take pictures on my dirty carpet with my feet in the shot,
Yeah.
with my Hobbit,
Yeah,
Harry Hobbit
with the
feet in
mirror
shot.
and
So, like,
just full.
I'm just
nude.
not good at selling clothing, and I don't like doing it. So
No, I love it, Dave, because
This
you
is what
buy
I
it.
told Rod. I
and
said I'll
sell
buy
it.
it because I know how to spot it, and that's
Yeah.
like the key to success, right? I know how to spot it. I
But a
know
lot
how
of
to buy it
those-
at the right price.
Pieces were nice, and I was like, I mean, there was plenty of meat on the bone over there for that stuff. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just buy off of Dave. I was so depressed, so I'm out Saturday, and I finally have a good day at yard sales, and I'm like, sweet, I'm having a good day, and Dave's like, sending me this fire. I'm like, dude, this is, you know how painful that is to know
I'm
that
sorry.
it is hard around here. I drove forever to get to 15 sales, and I'm
I
like,
would tell
Dave's down there just living high
It's
on the
not
hog.
always
and
this
then
good. It's getting into the good season for us, is what it is.
Ugh.
We're really, I mean, the weather
Killing
is
me.
so freaking perfect down here right now. It's like 71 and breezy every day, and it's no humidity. It's like it's glory days in Florida right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm jealous. I'm selling clothes, Dave. The majority of my sales over the last week, maybe not majority, but like 40% have been clothing items.
dude, what is going on with Saturday nights on eBay? I am selling so much crap every Saturday night.
I
Like
sold a
I'll
bunch
sell
last
nothing
night,
for the
or-
whole
yeah.
week. Carrie,
Yeah.
are you
All right,
still
let's
selling
see.
other stuff or just cards?
That's what, 17th, 18th?
We're still
What
selling
day is
other
it?
stuff, but
19th?
we turned off eBay a couple days ago. So
Okay.
we're gonna have it off for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a row where Saturday night has just been bonkers for me. That's
Hoodie,
two in a row. It's
jeans,
crazy.
mug,
We were selling pretty good
Tupperware.
considering we didn't have much on and we weren't posting. So we were doing pretty good recently too. But
Yeah, dude. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sales on Saturday. That's not bad.
I had this thing, like, I'd come up with this thing. I wasn't sure what to call it. I was toying with, like, some different names. It was, like, Q4 or something like that I could call it. But it's like this
Q4,
last part of the year, I feel like we could have a name for it.
like
and
the final,
like
like roughly October through the end of December.
Yeah, I feel like that
like
could
October
be, maybe there's
1st.
more demand for goods.
Maybe
or
we
more
like
people
call
are
it like
spending money.
November. Because the burr from December.
Christmas time. I don't know.
Let's call it
It's
Q1.
confusing.
Let's call it Q1, like quarter one.
I like that.
Let's call
I like
it
that.
box
Q1.
number
On the Mayan
7.
calendar. So Kevin, how much did you sell
7,
last
yeah.
week? Because I feel like I've got something to be proud of with my week number.
Yeah,
I know
you'll beat
yours are
me.
usually
I
higher
sold a
than
lot
mine.
of items, not high dollar items.
How many
so
items?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
He loves to brag.
I
Carrie's
ran
got
out of
his eBay
listing
off already. That's
drafts,
crazy.
unfortunately.
I'm out of
Not
drafts.
I mean, I've been
too.
selling on Whatnot. I just sold like 4
Yeah.
cards tonight, but like I'm doing it different, man. I sold 4 cards, maybe like 80, 90 bucks, I think. So I'm trying not to sell as penny ante stuff anymore. I want a $5 bill or I'm out.
Did you click on that
if
Facebook?
if that makes me a hoity-toity snotty man, then it does.
Did you
And I
click
can
on the
live with that.
Facebook link I sent you?
Yeah, but then it took me because I was under American Arbitrage Cards and I wasn't.
It was someone who wanted your
I have to
input.
go
It was
back.
it was a card they bought.
I gotta go.
and
I gotta go check
It was
that.
interesting because they put a picture of a card and they said, "I can't believe I found this." It was like a $1 binder, and it was on the Facebook Trash to Cash. If you're not over there,
yeah, I
and
saw
and
that.
he was like. He shows like the value from collects, which Carrie talks about all the time,
Yeah.
was like
It was a Jordan card.
$7,500, but it was PSA 10, and I was like, well, I don't think that's a PSA 10.
Yeah,
I bet you the
definitely.
value
It has to be
tanked.
a PSA 10. Yeah.
Yeah, and so a lot of people were saying what I was already thinking, and they were saying, dude, with that big dent or bend on the top corner, most would be a 7.
Carrie,
If
I
there's
got.
surface scratches. It might
I'll
be
go check it
5.
out. Yeah, no, I clicked on it, but I wasn't in the. I have like
was at
7
my
Facebooks. So.
boys baseball game today, and one of the other players on the team, his grandfather was there, and he goes yard sales, but he doesn't resell on eBay. And he's like, I bought this Danville Braves, MILB stuff, and he had a Ronald Acuna 2015 short season A ball card.
Oh wow!
And there's only one
A-ball,
comp on
that's
eBay.
Carrie's favorite.
There's only short season, so that's the young
all I have,
kids. He was
A-ball.
probably 16 in there, or less.
Singular.
No, not
Cell
less.
phones.
Any
Remember
rate-
Singular, the cell phone service?
Yeah, I used to work
See?
for Singular actually.
I bet
Guess
you were
what?
just playing
Yeah,
Snake
guess
all
what?
day.
No, I was. It's a good. Guess
Changing
what
your
happened?
faceplate out to match
Guess
your
what?
pager.
I didn't stay at Singular. Guess how I was removed?
Forcibly.
Yeah, I was fired. I was fired because here, listen to
In
this.
handcuffs.
I was fired for a few reasons. One, because I'd show up 2 to 3 hours late, no joke. And then also, I think that was I think I could do that though at a job. That was normal.
Keystering the phones.
But
demo
also,
phones.
they said, hey, we got to make up working on Christmas because we got Christmas off, and that was a big deal. And they're like, so we got to come back and work like some other day. I'm like, no, we get Christmas off, and we shouldn't have to make it up. And they didn't like that. They didn't like me being assertive. So that's why I'm passive now. Because I don't
What
want
were
to
you
lose
Can I
saying,
this
finish my
job.
story today?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's
It wasn't
hear it.
good, but go ahead.
No sold comps, one listed, and it was a PSA
$700.
9.
$700.
No, 5,000.
$5,000.
5,000 PSA 9. But how do you know how much value that sucker's worth? There's
Just
nothing
make up a
out there.
number. Pull it out
It's
of
such
your
a
anus.
low, they didn't make.
Carrie,
it
what
right
would
now.
you
They're
have
probably
priced it
giveaway.
at?
So it was a PSA 9. What was it?
It was a
Some guy from
2015,
Danville, Virginia.
2015 Acuna single A.
There's
short
only
season
one
single
way.
A
There's
card.
only one way to know the current market value, and this is fairly common with sports cards. Is do an auction, start it at $1, and let people decide. But they're not going to do that. It's probably not a good idea either. But
I told him
it's
that,
probably not going to get anywhere near 5,000. Not even as a
No,
9.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
So,
It's
but there's
probably
none listed. It's a very rare card. So I just told him, I was like, this is what I do.
couple
First of all,
hundred
show me
bucks.
the
Probably
card
a couple hundred if they're lucky.
raw, right?
I think
Raw.
even graded 9 nowadays. 9s comp their comparison.
His
value.
isn't a 9. This is the one that was on there. I have no idea.
Oh, he
what
doesn't
his
even
is.
have it graded. Yeah, so then he's probably going to be lucky to get $100 if he was lucky.
I saw the exact same cards of other players like Ozzy. What's the guy's name? Albies.
Osborne.
That sold for 40. Ozzy Albies ungraded.
$40.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I'd
So
have
if
to do some
Albies
research.
sells for 40, that's got to be worth.
It's just-
Anyway, I
it's
told him to
just-
let me
It's
see
also
it.
It's
I
also
can tell
not
him
like
if
a
it can
card
grade.
that's ever going to have much demand. Because, I mean, of course, it's one of his first cards. I don't think people care that much, though. They'd rather have his Bowman first
MLB.
or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I think it'll have a market. Is probably
Baseball.
if Albies
We're
went
talking
for
baseball. Got it.
if Albies went for 40, maybe it
MLB.
would go for 2. Maybe, I don't know. Like if I had that, I would put it high and then just do OBO and let people
That's
decide.
what I told. I told him I'd put it high and then see if there's any, and then just keep, take it off, repost it $1,000 lower that,
I
and
tried
get
that.
down to $1,000 or whatever.
tried
And then if it doesn't, then auction.
With my crystal chandelier I found, which is definitely valuable. The problem is that I spent 2 hours building and assembling it, hung it up, took great pictures of it, never measured it. Put it back away, and now everyone who's even remotely interested in it says, "What's the measurements?" I was like, "I don't have 2 hours to rebuild it."
Dave, you can take it. You can take the pictures, and it'll tell you how big something is.
Is that what you've been using? No wonder you're saying 9.
No, what I see, you're doing
Those
it
aren't
wrong,
that accurate.
Kevin, you're doing it wrong. Rule number 1: everybody should know this. You never measure it.
No,
You never measure it.
Yeah,
because you don't want to know.
What's up?
You don't want to know.
Something's you guys aren't right.
Like the
oh my goodness, this is great.
We're talking about why would you measure the chandelier, Kevin? Get your head out of the gutter. You're a pillar of this community.
We never said your number, Kevin. How many items did you sell and how much money?
I don't have the number of items. It was a bad week, Dave. I don't even want to tell you because
over 1,000 or under 1,000.
Oh, well, I'm 27, 26.
That's not a bad. You've bragged about $2,400 weeks.
Yeah.
Why is
I
that
haven't
a bad
bragged
one?
about $2,400
Are you that
weeks?
rich
about
that you can't
everything.
be? Guys, comment down below and
How
say
unrelatable
Kevin
is
is
this?
entitled if you had less than $2,700 this week.
From a scale of 9 to
Dave.
10, how entitled is Kevin right now?
And it was all viewer sales. I want you to understand that.
Yeah, this
literally
is
all of them.
It was not
$2,700
very
worth
few.
of viewer
That's
sales.
not true. $2,500 of it was Eneman.
I'm gonna count my
$5
sales.
eBay or ET pins, all of them.
Did you see that TikTok I forwarded you of this girl who went viral for doing a suppository caffeine pill? So she does like a caffeine pill, but it's like one you insert in your anus, and she like does her review of it, and it goes viral. And her next video is, guys, I have a real problem. I did a video where I put caffeine in my butthole, and it went viral and really resonated. And now my other videos aren't doing well, and I think I'm in the shoving stuff in my butt niche, and I don't want to be in that niche. I was talking about cottage
It's
cheese.
like Dave and cottage cheese.
Oh,
I
Dave.
have currently.
What if
Go
you
ahead.
shoved the cottage cheese
in my anus.
in your anus? You could get
Yo,
two
this
different.
Shoot out my anus pretty quick.
Oh, dude, yeah. We're
It's a
talking
diuretic.
about reselling, right? Technically,
I'm shooting
your
pennies.
body.
Kevin, my number was 3,600, by the way. Just, humble brag, #blessed.
I don't share my number because I don't think that's relatable.
I believe I sold $3,600 out of my container this week at least for a grand total of like a few $100s. So that was good. It was fun though. I had fun. It was more about the fun than the money. It was like
I just didn't have any high price sales. That's the problem. I
Yeah.
just struggling. Although I did list something for $700 today. That's good.
With that vase. He got a vase.
Yes.
A vase.
It's got
I
7
sold-
watchers on it already.
Well, see,
Speaking
you know
of,
what,
wait a
though?
minute,
What's-
viewer
okay,
sales. I
no,
got to
wait a
say
minute.
this so you don't spread false information. I currently have 29 sales. I just looked. No repeat buyers.
29.
but Three viewer sales, or 3 people that left
I
a
do
comment
three.
out
I
of
do
29.
three like this. How do you do 3, Carrie?
3.
I got another one, but I can't show you.
You'd think we set that up. So 600 of my 3,600
man.
was that
I
comic
was too
that sold
excited
during our show last week.
I'm tired of
Remember?
bleeding viewers on this show because of this nonsense. I think it's affecting
Do
my
you
other
think?
channels.
Do you really think it's affecting your other channel? If you really felt like that, I
You've
don't
been
think you'd be
doing
on the
this
show.
for freaking 3 years and it hasn't been affecting it. Why
No,
is it
it's
all of a
getting
sudden starting to?
progressively worse. We haven't
Dude,
talked about.
Kevin, I sold a Simplicity
Let's talk
sewing
about reselling,
pattern
Kevin. Stop
catalog.
complaining.
Let's
Dave.
guess. Actually, this would be fun. Let's all
Reselling
pick
talk.
a
Let's
sale.
do it.
Let's all pick a sale and we guess what it sold for. Okay, so Kevin,
Okay.
pick one of your sales you don't think I'll be able to guess, and Carrie will be able to guess, and we'll try to guess it.
ET
So I'll
pin.
go first. Well, no, ET pin we already know is $6. No, mine was a October Simplicity Sewing Pattern Counter Catalog, 1961. 1961 Counter Catalog. It's just sewing patterns from Simplicity.
Sewing patterns. A catalog.
1961 sealed.
It's like
Or
it reminds me a bit of an old Sears catalog, but when you turn the pages, it's all different sewing patterns.
$35.
Styles.
$49.95.
Okay,
$50.01.
$140.
Wow.
My second guess.
I paid $1 for that. So wait, I think Kevin's closer, right? So Kevin wins that round. Your
Do you
turn.
guys want to guess? This is gonna. Mine's all cards on whatnot, so this is gonna be tricky. This is
That's
an
fine.
anytime
Yeah.
auction.
Oh, you want to go next? Okay, you go next.
Yeah, this is an anytime auction. It just sold like within an hour ago. So
Okay.
I just sold this card. And it started at $2
from the Athletics.
And I
Reggie.
just sold
Reggie Jackson.
on
Signed.
card autograph. I sold it.
Is that,
it started at
authenticated?
$2 and it just ended. Oh yeah,
Is it
it's
Whatnot?
authenticated?
On whatnot?
It's on whatnot. Yeah.
Authenticated Reggie Jackson. I'm a
Dude,
card
you gotta
guy.
bring
I'm
some
gonna say
fire over to Dibdit
$248.
What? All right. Authenticated. So this has the COA.
Mm-hmm. No,
It has a
on the
COA
back.
with it.
It doesn't come with COAs in modern.
Well, okay,
cards.
but it's got the little.
They're
sticker
authenticated by the
thing and
company.
whatever.
Yes.
Reggie
And it's
Jackson's
Reggie.
a modern player. I thought he
Not
was like
that
from
much.
the 60s.
Not that much. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
50 to
You were-
60.
Dude, it was 50.
Yeah.
So you're right. See now,
I don't even know when he played. I thought he was a 60s player, like
70s and 80s.
He played
now,
in
that
the
on
80s.
on
kinda close.
eBay.
88
I probably could have
last
got
year,
70 to
89
80.
maybe.
I could have got maybe 70 to 80 in a month or two. But
Wait,
the
what
problem
did
is
you
this
get,
product.
Carrie? What did you
50.
get?
50.
So he
But
was over. He was closer over.
This is a
Okay.
product that just came out though.
Dang
it's
it,
like
Kevin's won
update
twice.
baseball, and I pulled it out of a pack. So
I guarantee you, Kevin won't win the next round. Go ahead, Kevin. What was yours?
Women's navy color. Okay. Navy blue. Cub Scouts Den Mother uniform.
The whole thing, pants and shirt and
It's
vest?
just like a dress.
It's a dress. Did you wear it for the photo?
1940s with patches.
was it a rich view?
1940s?
Was it a rich
Clothing?
viewer that bought it, or a not rich viewer?
I'm gonna go $86. No, wait. He
I'm-
said he had no high sales. $68. Flipping it
I'm
around.
okay. I would say 69. It's just too easy, but I'm not going to play that game. I'm going to guess. Let me look at your eyes, Kevin. It's 50, 55.
so
That's what
dead.
I'm
Look how
feeling.
dead they
Yeah,
are.
just, I know, just nothing behind those eyes. $55.
You should have gone 69, Carrie. $75.
Yes, I got one.
You heard it first. Kevin said you should have gone 69.
He always encourages us.
Hey, one of my viewers said.
Hey, that's a fun new segment,
charity
not created by
fundraiser.
Rocky Top. Just saying.
So that should count.
I don't know if we'll ever remember to do it again. But I
Hey,
actually did
Dave,
enjoy
I
that
made a
one.
mistake. You know how you say people like dragons on live
Mm-hmm.
shows? When I bought these dragons, I separated them into two. I'm like, I'm going to try these on Dibdit and I'm going to put these on eBay. And the ones on Dibdit, I sold them all just like that. And I just finally sold the first dragon on eBay for $15.
So
Dragons
Dibdit
do
is
great.
the new eBay.
I
Dragons do
should have
great on
sold it
Dibdit.
on eBay.
They really do. And I bet you would have gotten the same on Dibdit.
Well, the reason I did it is because this one was bigger than the other ones, but then at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to deal with that for $15? But I got it all
Dibdit
dirt
is
cheap,
like
so.
Dibdit is like Bonanza for people that aren't old. That's what I say.
Carrie, I saw a screenshot from sunny Las Vegas of the yard sales in Vegas this weekend, and
Yes.
apparently it was nuts. What do you think?
Yeah,
Did you
they're-
go out at all?
What? No.
I
We can't
responded
go
with,
out a week before leaving,
You
and
go look
also
for
there was a
cards.
card
You go
show.
look for cards. You go
There was a
look for
card
cards.
show. I went
But
to
the
the
card show didn't start till like 11 or 12, right?
Yeah, that's
So for
when
like
I would be
6
going.
hours, you could have been yard selling.
I'm not going to go at 5 in the morning.
You are when you move here.
Yes,
No,
you
I
are.
will. I'm saving up my early mornings for when I'm there.
You only have so many.
Look,
Oh,
that's the
yeah,
problem.
no,
It
it's
really,
like his freaking egg. He's only
honestly,
gonna
it
ovulate
really
8 more
wouldn't work
times.
because we would go and Dawn would honestly probably get bummed out because she'd be like, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, and then but I don't want to. So it would be kind of a bummer,
But Carrie,
honestly.
it's going to be so much better in the East Coast. It'll be like it's 2 a.m. You'll be wide
Oh
awake.
man, exactly. I'm gonna be crashing when everybody's getting hyped up about their finds at like 11 a.m. texting each other. I'll just be asleep in the back.
You just know you just
When-
don't go to sleep because that's when you stay up till, anyways, out there.
Fair.
When we do the daylight savings thing, Sunday the 3rd, does the time go forward or backward?
Fall back.
Fall backwards. So, like, will it be easier to stay up late or harder?
So you fall backwards, so you gain an hour of sleep.
Okay,
Yeah, so it'll
if
be
we have
easier
to
to
stay
wake
up
up.
till 2 a.m., if I have to stay up till 2
Yeah.
a.m., that's then harder or that's easier?
If you have to
Why
stay
are
up,
you gonna
I
stay
have
up
to stay up.
You're not gonna stay
We're
up.
gonna be at
Why are you
Halloween Horror Nights that day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to see us at Halloween Horror Nights, November 3rd,
I'm gonna be all
Carrie's gonna be
sorts
there
of
too.
discombobulated.
I'm
though.
so
It'll be like
confused.
11 p.m. for me.
Yeah.
so 2
That's like
a.m.
literally.
No,
I swear
'cause
we
you're
have
gonna be driving
discussions.
for a week over. You're gonna be all.
Is it
No, I'm gonna be in a good state. I think I'm gonna start being
what
getting
day
up
of the
early
week
by the
is
time I'm
that
there.
day?
Sunday?
So you're going to Halloween Horror Nights on Sunday.
Yeah, like 2 in the
Okay,
afternoon.
so it'll be. Let's see, it'll be so at 2. So at midnight, it'll feel like midnight, but it'll be at 11. It'll be harder,
Oh, dang it. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. Carrie,
I think.
give us a
Confused.
play-by-play, a rundown. We were talking about on the show last week that there's a Mike Camparelli meetup. Tell us what actually happened.
That was
There was a
wild.
special guest.
There was apparently I was the special guest, or it was Chris. It was Chris from the Reseller Locker Room. But no, I arrived at they said it started at 6:30, so we got there like 6:40. You know, because you can't be on time to those kind of functions.
That's for
Nobody
squares.
does. That
That's
is for
squares.
square. We are not squares. Neither Don or I are squares. So we arrived and everybody was there, dude. Like everybody was already ordering.
No,
food.
I want the list. Guest list. Come on.
Oh, the guest list. Okay, first off,
You said everybody. Was
everybody
I there?
was there.
Everybody.
Was, Chris
Art
from
wasn't
the
there.
Reseller Locker Room. We had John from what is it?
Flippin' Ain't
The
Easy.
Prophet.
Flippin'
Yeah,
Ain't
the
Easy.
Prophet Playbook.
Oh, it was only
Podcast.
podcast people were invited?
Yeah, it was Vicky and Katie. They have
Okay.
a channel. You know them.
Do they have a
And
podcast?
They don't. They
It's-
should start one.
They should get one, yeah.
Yeah, there was Mikey Bags of Money and his wife, and Mikey did
Oh,
not
Mikey.
bring the bags of money yet again.
Rude.
He
Once
refuses
again.
to carry them with him. He just tells
Yeah.
us he has them.
Mhm.
And then there was, gosh, now I'm gonna feel bad because I don't remember everybody that was there. There
Archie.
was the waitresses. Archie was. Oh yeah, duh. Biscuit Butt was there. Biscuity Butt was there. Oh, John from Phoenix was there. I forgot his name again, like on Instagram. And we had
Was
Mike
Hustle Man
Metco.
there?
Yeah, Hustle Man. John. I think his name's John. His real name's John.
Mm.
So Hustle Man was there, and Mike. So I got there and I sat. And this was crazy. So I sat there. We're late. I'm profusely apologizing, even though they told me 6:30. So apparently that was set up. And I look to my right. I'm sitting next to John from Flipping Ain't Easy. You may remember him. He likes to rant and rave about Kryloff and stuff like that on YouTube.
Never heard of him.
So I'm sitting next to him, and I look down, and there is a white piece of paper with nothing but information about me on it. So I'm looking over, and it's like Carrie, like it sells dollar cards. I'm like, what the? Like, is he taking notes to talk to me? Like, so he remembers what to talk to me about, right? So I'm tripping out. I'm like, this is really strange, but also mildly erotic. And so I don't know what's going on. And then apparently they were planning to sing me a song and Dawn a song before we left. See how narcissistic I am? It's about me. It was really about Dawn. And they sang us a song, and that was just, I wasn't expecting that. And they gave us a cake.
So, okay, the like schedule of events, cake, song, dinner, that was
And then
it?
we ate dinner at the
Did you do
the
something
place.
after dinner? Like go to the Spearmint Rhino or
No, me and Dawn, yeah, we did. I had a shift. I had a shift.
you were working
today.
that night?
Had to get
That is
that.
spirit.
Carrie's a bottle
Money.
girl.
Exactly. I was displaying the
A what?
rhinoceros's horn to everyone at the
Dude,
Rhino.
I've stumbled onto. Well, that sounds fun, Carrie. Did you feel appreciated?
I don't feel
Did
like
you feel
thought of it.
appreciated?
I felt appreciated. Yeah, Kevin
Did it make
called.
you sad? Was it
Kevin
bittersweet?
called. See, there's a whole thing like that. Dawn thinks Kevin paid for it. I'm like, Kevin didn't pay for it. That's what she thinks. That's like the thing that Kevin paid for it. Apparently, that's what everybody's saying. But Kevin called, and he never misses a chance to hobnob with people. He saw that there was a bunch of resellers in one place, so we had to pass my phone around and just Kevin. I don't know what Kevin was talking to him about. Who knows? Business stuff at a party.
Did they
Dad.
give you gifts? Was there gifts?
Yeah.
This
Like
was
going
not
away
about
presents.
Carrie, Dave. Carrie's trying to make it about Carrie. It's
What
about
was it
Mike
about?
Camparelli.
That's
No.
what I thought it was
No.
about.
Literally,
That's why
Mike
we were-
Camparelli. Did you not hear this, Kevin? Do you even know what happened here?
It was supposed to be
Yes,
about
I
Mike,
know.
but it became about me for some reason.
Mike's
and
been
Dawn.
calling me for weeks, telling me
Mike's
he's setting up a
it's
surprise
master of
party.
marketing.
A surprise goodbye party for Carrie and Dawn, and he was trying to get me to get all the intel, their favorite cake. He wanted to make sure their kids came, but I couldn't get Carrie to force his kids to come or Dawn's kids to come. I did try.
Well, you didn't
I brought
mention
that up
it like
several
once,
times.
yeah.
No,
or
like
twice.
3 times, but you just, you didn't force them. But I
Well,
tried.
yeah, we let them have free choice. They're adults.
Mhm.
But yeah, we had vanilla cake, which I enjoy. You know that I like
Yeah,
just vanilla
well, yeah,
stuff.
that's.
I'm
you're
more
very
vanilla than
You're
Kevin
very
is.
vanilla.
Dawn and Carrie deserved a wonderful going away party. It was very nice
It
of
was
you to pay
awesome.
for it,
It was
Dave.
really awesome.
What
Yes,
was
thank
the
you,
place
Dave.
you went to? What was it called?
The Cornish Patsy or something. I think that's like.
Is that on the
think
Strip?
It's right off the Strip. It was really good. The
'Cause
place
Twin
we
Peaks
ate
is
there
right
before.
there.
We ate there. Yeah, no, dude, we went. There's no Twin Peaks in Vegas. I've looked.
Wait a minute.
thoroughly.
Where were you at?
I think it was the Cornish. It was the place we went to. Did you go to
Yeah,
that list
yeah,
perfectly?
yeah,
That
yeah.
place.
Yeah.
That had like the shepherd, all different types.
Yeah,
of pies
I ended
made
up
by
paying for
Shepherd.
all these people at the tail. I didn't even know who they were.
Oh, that's the List Perfectly party where they invited
No, it was
you and
the
then
My
they didn't
Reseller
pay?
Genie.
Oh,
No, My Reseller Genie.
invited you and didn't pay.
What? Why are you saying that? We
I don't know if that's true. I wasn't there. I made it up.
No, we just. Well, I kind of
Maybe.
thought they were gonna pay because they were like, hey, let's.
They
were like-
invited you.
Yeah, they invited us and they were a company, and I'm like, this is
Yeah,
like
but
Kevin.
they're all
He's
about
gonna write it
saving
off.
money. They're not going to blow it on you.
That is true. We shouldn't have thought
They're
that
showing you their
the tax
discipline.
people were going to.
It was great. When you left,
They
I
were
heard
awesome.
I heard Hope walking out. And she's like, "Suckers." Hope.
Is she the
Why do I
same-
keep doing
Is
that?
she the same? Is she the same person that does my accounting, or is there two different people? Is the bookkeeping people and my reseller Genie people? I've forgotten. I have literally forgotten if they're the same people or not.
Faith, for the record.
They're different.
No, they're two
They're
totally
different.
different
Okay.
people. One
Yeah.
has
Who would
blonde
win in a
hair, Dave.
Who would win in a brawl?
One has red hair, Dave.
Who would win in a
Blonde hair.
brawl?
Oh, I cannot see
They're both
either of
husband
those
and
two
wife
girls
combos.
fighting.
No, they're
Yes,
husband and wife
yes.
combos. So they're fighting like the husband's fighting the husband and wife. Which one wins in a battle?
Paul is big dude, but
Paul-
Wyatt
Which team is he on? I can't
young.
remember.
Paul is either 6'6" or 7'2".
Oh,
I'm not
Wyatt,
sure, but he is very
Wyatt-
tall.
Wyatt and Jenna go together.
There
Wyatt's gonna
you
freaking
go.
be too
He's
busy
really-
tying a
and the
balloon
tall
to a
guy.
shoe or something.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell Wyatt's been doing. but
This
it's
is not
working.
relatable
It's
content.
He's
working.
doing-
Whatever Wyatt's
Listen,
doing, it's working.
He's destroying all of us because he goes out now and does videos where he buys stuff and then flips it and gives all the money back to the people. I'm like, dude, what are
Yeah.
you trying to do to us?
God.
out
Kevin
here? Make
would
us
literally
look
There's no
bad?
never do-
socialism on Kevin's watch.
Kevin would rather quit reselling than do that.
That dude, shut up.
Kevin's told me this so many times. He's like, let them eat cake. Just
Yeah.
let them eat cake.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what it means
Let's
either.
go
I have
with it.
no idea. I mean,
Marie
they don't even
Antoinette,
have
Marie
money.
Antoinette.
They don't
Did I
even
get
have money
that
for
right?
bread, Kevin. They're gonna riot.
Carrie, I got it right. It's Marie Antoinette.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
Marie
means,
There's
but
no
I do know
bet.
it's Marie Antoinette.
And there's no bread. There's no bread.
They
Let 'em
they
eat
were
cake
starving.
then.
There's no bread, and she's like,
And
let
she
them have
never
cake, which
said
is
it,
much
by the way.
more up
She
the
never said
scale
it?
of food.
No, she didn't say it.
It's a farce?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what do you prefer? Bread or hot dog
Sourdough.
rolls?
Or what?
Hot dog rolls. Hot dog buns.
Oh, well,
I like
that's
sourdough bread. Yeah, that is, they're both technically bread, literally.
But no, okay, but don't you find that if you try to get someone like a sandwich on a hot dog roll, they kind of look at you funny?
Wait, it's
like
not a
someone-
sandwich if
No,
it's
like,
on a
no,
hot
listen,
dog.
hold
roll.
on, hold
It's
on.
a hot
Peanut
dog.
butter
You
and
have
jelly on
you
it.
have friends over, like, you know, you invite your boss over for dinner and you make the sandwiches on hot dog buns. They're gonna look down
Well,
on
then you should expect to be fired because that's ridiculous.
But
Who's
why?
feeding their
Why?
boss
It's
on a hot
literally
dog
the
roll?
same
Anybody-
thing. Why
No,
does
it
it matter?
isn't. One's tubular and one is
No,
square.
you can lay them flat, and then it's the same exact thing as a piece
This
of
is
bread.
why-
2 hot dog buns is the same
This is
as
why
bread.
we can't have nice things, Dave.
I don't get it. That's a social construct that we need to
No,
break
dude,
down.
everything's a social construct. This podcast is a social construct. None of it means anything.
I
No,
don't
I'm
understand why
joking.
hot dog buns can't be the bread. I
Look,
am upset about it.
stop fighting
Can
and
we?
accept what's true.
But Kevin, my point is that there's like this stigma in society
Yeah.
about using a hot dog bun as your sandwich bread. And I think we
I've
need to
done
break
it.
down the walls.
Peanut butter and jelly. I've had it on it many times. What's
But
Subway,
if-
for goodness sake? It's like a giant hot
That's-
dog bun.
That's a hero sandwich.
But if you have a fancy dinner guest like Uncle Steve coming over, would you serve him a sandwich on a hot dog bun? Hot
Sushi.
dog.
I would do uncooked. I would do raw chicken sushi.
And also,
Sashimi.
let's talk about the pricing between hot dog buns and bread, because the hot dog
Yeah.
buns cost more.
Because you need
Is that
2
to
hot
shape
dog
it?
buns to
It's
cover the
less
same
bread
amount of
than a-
diameter
No,
as a
if you
sandwich.
weigh it out, I bet
It's a way to
pretty
rip you
close.
off so they don't have to put as much meat inside of it.
And don't even get me started on the 8 hot dogs and 6 buns dilemma. Like, what are they
that's
doing
ridiculous.
with that crap?
Yeah, you got to do
sorry.
the math. You have to get 6 packages of both, and then it equals
Just
the
to
same,
make it
right?
even,
No,
you
you
gotta
need
get,
7 packages and
7
6
buns and 6 wieners. Okay, so speaking of
Don't
wieners,
they do that in sports
we got some
cards?
comments over on the Patreon.
Oh man, I had so many lines. I'm not saying any. I'm just saying there's a lot of movies that have that.
What do you
title.
mean they do that in sports cards, Kevin?
Don't
What does
they
that
sell
mean?
the hard case things
Hard.
in a totally different quantity than they do the little sleeves? Or do they
Yeah.
not?
No, I mean you can get them. I think they're the same quantity actually. Well, no, 100 is the sleeve, and then you could buy 25 at a time with top loaders.
Okay.
But
Well,
then here's how
that's
math works, Kevin. You could buy 4 packages of 25,
Yeah,
and that
I
equals
got
100.
it. I got it. I got it.
You know how like you're not allowed to do like gambling when it comes to giveaways on YouTube? I was trying to think of a way to get around that and break the rule but not break the rule, like not get in trouble. And so like
Yeah.
you could be like, hey, first one to join our Patreon $25 tier, you know, after this airs gets a prize. Okay, but you can also send in a postcard to enter. And if your postcard gets here before anyone signs up, you can as well. Then it's not illegal.
That's technically what they have to do. If you look at the back of a package of sports cards, that's literally what they have to do.
Can't we just say that thing is that legislation is completely outdated and stupid with all of the
it's a little hard,
this stuff? It's
I
so
don't know.
dumb.
I didn't know it was legislation, but I don't even know what that word means.
Yeah.
Legislation.
Well, why
It
would
comes
that
from the,
be
it comes from the
illegal if
Greek word legislate.
Thank you to our Wealthy as a Kevin tier members, Alexandria
We love
Pickers, Brian Sempor Beal, Buff and the Stuff, CJ
That
Benz,
one.
Craig McLaughlin, Logan
Yes.
Murky, No Nose
R.I.P.
Pickers, Raise Heck Resell, The Flipper, Skipper, Vintage Sports Flips, Who Ate My Chips, Bodega Finds, Gem Flipper,
Bodega
Jake
Finds.
Ryder, also known as the
It's
guy.
J-Ride,
J-Ride,
Rips.
Lady Arbitrage,
I know
PaulsMerch.com, Superhero Headquarters, Harry Tornado, and Mike Camparelli. Thank you guys
Yeah,
for your support. We appreciate it. That was a lot of words.
Wait, now we should give Kevin 3 minutes to talk about
Kevin,
whatever
go ahead and
nerdy
talk. I
stuff
feel like
he
we've been
wants.
cutting you
I
off.
even clicked off my eBay.
3
page.
minutes.
We're cutting you off like
Here.
your rabbi did when you were born.
No.
Circumcision joke.
Come on, 3 minutes. Like,
Jeez.
teach us something.
Bingo
Kevin. There's-
card.
People
Mark.
say we don't let you talk, or you don't ever get to say anything
right.
important. Say something
I'm gonna
important
take
now.
it.
You
It
have 3
all
minutes.
started in
Carrie, drink your beverage.
1867 on Coney Island. What is the story? You tell me. New York, when Charles Feltman, a German immigrant and baker by trade, invented the first hot dog as a convenient way for beachgoers
Nathan's?
to
Is it
enjoy
Nathan's?
Frankfurter sausages in a long sliced bun without the hassle of plates and silverware. There you go.
Well, I never really felt like it was a hassle. It just seems helpful.
You know, it's good not to have,
I don't do
knives
the
and
dishes.
stuff around wieners.
We just have paper plates and we throw them away. That's what we do.
Yeah.
The stigma against using hot dog buns as sandwich bread might come from the fact that hot dog buns are associated with a specific food known as hot dogs,
Stop
which makes
asking
them
AI stupid
less
stuff. We're gonna talk about
versatile
eBay.
or proper for other types of sandwiches. Their unique shape and size also don't perfectly fit traditional sandwich fillings. I would
No,
say
but
a
they-
single hot dog roll does fit perfectly.
No,
You fill it
hot
in.
dog fits perfectly like in a mouth, so you could eat it better, right?
Carrie
like
loves. Oh, so many words. Okay, let's go on.
But you
it
can't
fits
put
perfectly in your
anything on-
mouth. What? It doesn't?
Hot dog bun
It
or a hot
does.
dog?
Carrie prefers like a kielbasa or an
But
Italian
how do you
sausage.
put like condiments on a hot dog if it's not in a bun? It's like
Would you just put it on it like what? It wouldn't work if it was in a sandwich. It would still contain the condiments.
now there you go. How's the
Condiments.
opposite? Because I've had that. My mom used to do that all the time. She used to roll, didn't have hot dog buns, and just put a hot dog in a piece of bread.
Do you know
That
what's
was
so good and
acceptable.
everyone makes fun of me for eating it? Is a sandwich with ham, American cheese, and ketchup.
That's disgusting.
It's
And I
so
love
good.
ketchup on
It's
everything.
so
loves
good.
ketchup.
Try it, Kevin. It's so good.
Mm.
Ham and cheese and ketchup. It's amazing. Comment down
No.
below with the flame emoji. If
Although,
you
I
think
will
Carrie's
say-
hemorrhoids.
That I like to get honey baked
does.
ham and scrambled eggs and cheese and put ketchup on that.
What? You put ketchup on a burrito, which you should go to prison
Wait,
for
Kevin,
that.
what
Kevin.
did you say? You got a honey baked ham.
Get honey
and you
baked
put
ham,
ketchup, so it's the
slice it
same
up,
thing.
dice it up, and put it with eggs and cheese, and have
Oh,
a
what
nice
kind of
little
cheese? No,
scrambled
no, no,
eggs.
no. What kind of cheese?
Munster?
American?
Probably, I'd put
Would you do it with
cheddar on
American? Would you do it with
Mm.
American? Because at
I
that
don't
point,
like
you're just
American
adding
ham.
eggs to the thing I said.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I was making your point.
Yes. Okay. Speaking of pointing,
Reselling.
Carrie, did you do your motivations? I warned you 3 days in advance. Did you do them?
Dude, I've been busy.
Dang it.
I'm gonna do them tonight.
Okay, do them tonight.
Mhm.
Dodgy
Been
I
busy.
literally, I woke up and went to a card show and came home.
Are
and
you
woke up
still
and went to-
selling something? Is Dawn still have stuff listed?
No,
I'm gonna be
they're
listing
good
all
too,
week a lot of the stuff that I bought because
gosh.
I'm gonna
Well,
sell
what are
up
you
until
selling?
Saturday.
Oh, you got to have something to sell on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever you're on Divot.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna be hanging out probably on Tuesday and Wednesday on day.
Hanging out with his wanging out.
Hey,
Hanging
I
out with the
sold
wanging
some
out.
weird stuff. Dave, see, here you
Dodgy
go. This is a
trousers.
perfect example. Well, that
Kevin's followers will buy anything, is what I'm learning.
No, shut up. Listen,
True. Accurate.
it's a perfect example. That Navy Cub Scout mother uniform, den mother uniform. I had that stuffed away somewhere for months
Yeah,
on
you
end.
used it
but I
for
didn't take it out
Halloween
and sell it at a
2012.
yard sale. I sold it on eBay.
Kevin, I feel like with all the lowballing I do, it was my turn to give back.
It was
And
karma,
I also feel
right?
like it would have been hypocritical for me to be super high priced with the amount of lowballing I do.
I think about that all the time.
You know, it's like I'm such a hypocrite.
Whoa.
I'm constantly complaining about a $5 price
I think it's
tag.
awesome. I'm glad for those folks. Totally.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm happy.
amazing.
They're all going to make. Oh, there's one couple that
My-
go 4 hours.
My
4
only
hours.
point is, Dave, my only point is that some people who hear that are like, they're cringing at the fact that you have that much stuff that's that high value and they can't find it, like me.
Oh, I had this Pinocchio that's like a little animated puppet Pinocchio from the 90s. It sells for like $70. Sold it for $3. $5, $3. I can't remember. It's super cheap.
Well, did you have it listed?
So
No,
how do you
just
know
sitting
it
in the
sells for
container.
70? Like once I look something up at $70, you know, like Eric
I
does, he
comped
just
it. I
makes
comped
the...
it when I made the video tonight.
Oh my gosh, you didn't even know until after the fact.
No,
on
I
this
knew.
stuff.
It was like 90 when I first
So
bought it at the Goodwill.
this is going to be a good garage sale video. Y'all go check it out at AH Dave,
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be good.
and so you'll still flash the comps up for stuff that you're
You should
selling.
do that. You should
yeah,
do that.
I was I did. I flashed the comps up.
You'll experience something that Kevin's never experienced. Goodwill in the community.
I
It'll be
flashed the
nice.
comps up until I got too lazy to flash the comps up, which was probably like 30 minutes into the hour and 10-minute video. I just got tired.
It is funny how like videos progressively get worse with that.
But it is.
for
It's an
everyone.
hour and 10 minutes. That might be my longest
wow.
one.
Oh man, that is
What's-
long.
I'm going
Gosh.
the Taylor route at this point. Just super long videos.
See,
all the time.
Kevin can get away with that because 8 minutes in, the viewer is asleep.
Or dead.
It'll just autoplay the
Just
rest
dead.
of it.
Hey, I
They're
did a
just dead.
24-minute video today, Dave, and it's a 2 out of 10.
No,
24
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, that's well. After all those 10s, is that really an accomplishment?
I had a
You've
fun.
been-
My last
you've
one was
been
a
piling
5.
up
Kevin,
the
what would it
tens.
have been 4 months ago? Would it have been a 2? 4 months ago?
Heavy 10.
Oh, it would have probably been a 2 with less views. My guess is.
With less? No, I'm saying if you had this
The amount
many
of views you have for the
4
two.
months
Oh.
ago, would it be a 2? This is too much
It'd probably
dead air.
be a 7 or an 8. Yeah.
Dodgy Trousers said, excluding your current YouTube usernames, what nicknames would you choose for each of you to represent you in 2024? Hurricane Dave, Cross Country Carrie, Keystering Kevin. Those are just some
Oh
examples.
gosh, how come I get that one?
Featuring Kevin's good. I
Because
like
you
that
have
one.
14 items in your anus right now, Kevin. That's how.
Why do
Should we
do
guess what they
this?
are? I'm gonna guess an Atari 2600.
Just a remote, the little joystick.
No, that's the whole
It's
unit.
safe
but okay.
because it's not going to disappear up there. 'cause
No,
it's
he
got
puts it in a
back-
plastic
the whole
bag. No
wall there.
feces gets on it.
Mm.
Copious
Hey, speaking
amounts
of Goodwill, I got to say something. So if you
it's
type
Middle
in
Orphan
Commonwealth
names, that's fine.
Picker, everything we list with Commonwealth Picker in the title will be a charity auction this Q4.
all of your items are going to
And
charity?
I was going to donate to Red Cross in Florida and North Carolina Samaritan's Purse, but I think I think we'll just go with Samaritan's Purse because I don't want Dave to get any of that down in Florida. I'm kidding. I'll do both.
I will say, and I think that's a good idea, Kevin. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And
Nobody
I'm doing it as
announces
well.
giving
Serious,
charity quite
sincere
like
moment.
Kevin does.
That's the business
credit-
charity.
The credit that you wanted has been received.
Kevin has received his
Funded by
glory
you.
here on
We are
earth.
proud of you. And so there'll be no rewards in heaven, but at least you
No
got them here.
rewards in heaven. You have cashed them here.
Commonwealth
You
Picker
did
Oh, who was I listening to today that said something funny?
Religious humor.
That was good.
You've ever heard U-Hauls don't wait a minute.
You
I
can't bring a
remember.
U-Haul to heaven.
Hearses don't
Hearses
don't tow U-Hauls. You
Yeah.
ever heard that?
Purses or
Yeah.
hearses?
Hearses don't tow U-Hauls. No,
Yeah,
you
because
can't take it with you.
that's an upcharge.
Yeah, this is Dave's new mentality. You know, you can't take it with you. I don't want all this junk, right?
Yeah.
But somebody said that they saw one the other day. I want to see a picture of it, of a hearse hauling a U-Haul. That'd be funny.
Kevin, he just turned 40. He's starting to take selfies, and then he's getting like Ghost in the background, haunting him, just waiting for his time.
Hey, did Wolfman
The
Goodies
Grim
give us
Reaper.
a huge super chat like
Grim
we begged him
Reaper.
to?
Did he? Oh, you know, I should look
We
at
begged him
comments.
to. I just don't know if he did it. Oh, Google's
Let me
talking. Google's talking to me.
All right.
But yeah, we begged you, Wolfman. Did you do it? Did you come through? How do we find that? I don't know. But he did comment over in the Patreon, and he said, which reselling platform do you make the most money on? Carrie, go.
At the moment, Whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Whatnot.
Well, you know, he didn't actually ask us to quantify, like, when. But yeah, let's say last...
I mean, overall, the
60
history,
days.
eBay's always been our #1 site. But, I
Okay.
mean...
Trying to
I
get
think
rid of
it's
stuff quick, it's going to be...
Yeah,
over
Whatnot
there.
is nice for that. I mean, it really is. And if you're buying correctly and you're adapting, you're pivoting, you're switching it up, you're a switch hitter, you can you can sell stuff fast. Yeah.
No, we didn't get any big supers from Wolfman's Goodies.
Oh, well, we're gonna ask
for
again. Wolfman's
Wolfman,
Goodies,
maybe you didn't hear us.
extra large super chat, por favor.
Oh, we would like to purchase one large super chat with street cred points, and then you give us cash in exchange. We will give you 400 street cred.
Kevin
points.
has asked
Figure
us
out
to
the
get
exchange rate.
Kevin has set a goal for us to get a certain amount of super chats this episode. Do we get super comments? What are they called?
No,
what did you say pre-show?
Nobody
Kevin?
believes this anymore. I don't know.
Okay,
We should
so
drop the charade.
My answer is eBay. That's where I make the most money. But I will say there is a new feature on Vendu. This is not sponsored, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where you can bulk send offers in Vendu to Poshmark and Mercari and eBay.
That is
right,
cool.
pretty much all at the same time. Like I can go and send 100. I can send 100 Poshmark offers right now. It's better than sharing your closet. Like today when I pulled my orders, I had 5 Posh orders just from the last few days, like last 2 days. And it's like toys and a vacuum cleaner, like not really poshy clothes or anything. Mercari's still dead as crap, but I actually did get 2 Mercari sales from the send offer thing too. I don't know if you can. I bet there's a way to send offers in Posh, but I never knew how.
Did Posh
and
already?
Vendu has now allowed me to do it with the click of a button, which
Didn't
I do
Posh
like.
change back the thing that they changed?
They're talking about reversing the fee change, but it hasn't happened yet. They're like, we're working on a solution. It's like
It's
well,
because
maybe
I
just don't
posted my
break
video about it, and they listened.
How did that do, Kevin? Was that a 1 out of 10?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I think it came out today.
Are people still watching your videos? Is that like the?
Is that still a
Flickr?
thing
That's
happening
such
in the
boring
community?
nonsense.
Go look, and you'll see how just low it is over there. It's terrible.
Are you
Nobody
depressed
watches
about it?
me anymore. Let's see.
Right.
It did.
Maybe
I didn't
start a
answer the
cooking
question.
channel.
eBay. Although I did sell almost 6,000. What did I say I sold on Dibdit this month? Did you remember? Oh, $5,600 on Dibdit.
There you go. 56 in 1 week.
Wow.
1 month.
1 month.
That's so not relatable, though. You're literally selling more than a lot of people do on a fake website.
Well, listen, you guys criticized me. Dave sold a bunch, and he sold more than
I
me
sold
this week.
$2,000 ish.
I did.
I
I
sold
think I did
2,600
about that much too. Yeah, honestly.
If I sold 2,600, my thought process is if I'm not making as much as I used to teaching on eBay alone, then something's not right. I'm not doing this thing right. And so at 2,600, what is that? Because 50s, I don't know, what's 2,600 times 52? Of course, I take 2 vacations.
Times
That's
52.
weeks, 2,600 in a week.
3 million.
2,600 in a week. All right, Dave, if you sell $2,500,
83,000, Kevin.
That's
No.
close.
more than
26. Oh,
2,600.
I thought you said 16.
It's
26
110,
135,200.
That's
We
not
talking
right
a
either.
week?
2,600 times 52.
135,000.
$2,600
Okay.
a week.
Well,
as a
I'm just
teacher?
trying to
What?
think because No, that's not profit, Carrie. That's your gross sales.
No, that's not true. It doesn't matter what you buy it for. All that matters is what you sell it for.
And you don't have to count the fees or anything.
Fees
I
don't
got it.
count. Taxes don't count.
Well, think
FICA
about
doesn't
okay.
count.
How much
Pure
do you
Time
make
doesn't
on
count.
26? How much would you make on
Gas? You can't count
$2,600?
gas.
Hot dog
On
is a sandwich.
average,
Isn't that a podcast?
It is not a sandwich. Kevin said that already.
I'm not even gonna try.
Maybe that's where I got that from. I think that's a podcast name, is a hot dog a sandwich. That must be where that came from in my brain. Okay, what are you not going to try, Kevin? You're going to talk about what Kevin was trying to say is if he made 40
Let's give
grand
Kevin
as a
his
teacher,
silence.
he
Let's
needs
give
to
him
make
silence.
sure that eBay at least makes that much.
So you're
Okay,
saying he could have
well,
said
I've
his
done that.
thought in 7 seconds instead of 2 minutes?
I'm just saying, 2,600 a week.
He wants to make $769 in profit
is that?
a week to match his teacher's salary. We
No, I'm just saying that's like the low. But I want to make more than that now. But that was the way I used to think when I was teaching.
like less greedy.
So
Yeah.
when I was teaching, I was hoping to make. When I wasn't doing
Now
YouTube
you just want
and
more.
whatever,
You just want more and more
Kevin,
and
would you
more.
say, like, not to call you out in public, but would you say that money is your idol? Would you say you're idolizing money at this point in your life? Like,
money
Remember,
is.
it's easier for a
It's
needle to go
irrelevant
through a
to me.
haystack than a rich man to sell on Bonanza.
is it irrelevant because you have so much of it?
No,
it doesn't become
a
irrelevant because
mindset.
you're out of touch with the struggle.
I was happy when I was broke, teaching, working my butt off. I was happy. I wasn't, I mean,
That's
there were
where your
things
butt
that
went.
upset
I was
me.
wondering.
Ay.
So you're not happy now, or you are happy now? as
Now
well?
he's miserable.
I
You
used to
seem
try to
miserable.
make 2,000 a week before YouTube and whatever gross, because I knew that was at least
is gross.
$1,000 profit a week. I took weeks off. If you could average $1,000 a week, and I was teaching, I knew I had more than enough money to pay for everything. What?
Well,
I'm
how
just
much-
saying, 26.
How much
breathing,
of that went to Zen? If you would have
Nothing.
cut that out, you
I
would
did
have
the
had a
what
lot.
real
is your
stuff
Zen
back
budget? This is a good
It's
question.
all
What
real.
is your annual Zen expenditure?
It is
What's your
gone.
line
First
item?
of all, it's not Zen, it's Zone, and it's
Zone.
gone way down.
Is
Maybe,
it a business expense?
Maybe
Yeah, you
like
writing your zone off because it keeps you the edge off so
$450
you
a
can
week.
focus.
No,
$450
seriously.
a week.
Is it a write-off? It's
No,
required to
it's
keep you
not a
motivated, keep you
write-off.
moving.
No,
Have you
it's
ever
not a
taken
write-off.
it anally?
If,
Wouldn't it
if
be
so,
more effective?
film
I
it.
don't
That
wanna
could
be
be
in
an
that niche.
extra.
I
You don't
don't
wanna
want
be
to
in
be in
that
that
niche.
niche.
So you don't write it off, but it's $400 a month? Is that what you said?
No, I said $450 a week. $4 and
$450 a week.
$450 a
In-
$4.50 a week. They're $3 a can. About a can and a half will get me
But at
going
its
through a
worst,
week.
how much was it? Because my mom tells me she
It
used to
was
smoke
bad.
5 packs a day of cigarettes.
No, I don't want to expose all this. I used to
Nay,
spend $15 a week on tobacco minimum.
I'm hyper. I'm sorry. I apologize.
But I was a
to anyone
baseball
watching this.
coach, and it was just I did it since I was like 16 to when I was like
I
35,
just heard
40.
a lot
I
of
don't know,
excuses
40,
for
41,
Kevin, do you know
something like that.
what that $208 a year would turn into?
Dave,
if
you
Yeah,
invested
don't
would've-
need
it
to
in a
preach to
growth
anybody.
stock
Yeah, if
mutual
you would have
fund?
put that,
You
yeah,
can
if you would have
say
put that
that-
into Apple stock in 2001, you
I
would
say
be on
that
this
in
podcast,
packaging
Kevin.
material compared to what you do.
What's that? Huh? What?
Gosh,
Well,
I
Kevin, you
say
don't
that
even
in
care.
packaging. Dave will put like this little item in this giant box. I'm
Because I
like, dude,
care
you
about
Kevin,
the
you were-
customer. I care
Kevin,
about
you
the
were
customer.
buying bubble wrap that was only giving you half the amount stated. You don't care about that.
No, I didn't
Dude,
buy that.
I
That
will
was
tell you.
I bought Bubble Boy.
I need to
The
measure
boxes
it.
that were-
I need to measure it. But the place I like to get
I
my
thought you told me not to
boxes-
measure it.
Oh,
True.
not that.
Don't measure
The
it.
place I like to get boxes locally that I try not to shout out because they won't respond to my messages asking them for money.
Hey,
But-
Dave.
But listen, they had their roll, which is the same size as the other roll, on sale for $10. $10 a roll. It would end up
Once
being
again,
like half
I
the
wish I
price
lived there.
of Bubble Boy. Like half the price of Bubble Boy for bubble wrap. Now I got to measure it because it could be like half the quantity, even though they're saying it's more. You never know with these bubble wrap companies. Ever since the whole
You never trust
supply
trust
hut-
big
Well, they're
bubble
not
wrap.
shipping
Debacle.
it. It's right there. You pick it
They
up.
drive it to my house. No, they drive it to my house. They live an hour away. They drive it here.
Dude, all
personally.
these people, like my uncle's like, yeah, I buy it on Amazon. It'll be here by the end of the day. I'm like, what in the world? I live out in the state. Nobody doing that out here.
Yeah.
Vegas, you get a lot of stuff day of. It's pretty
Carrie,
crazy.
you got your camera. What do you think? How did it go? You used it at the card show?
Yeah, I used both of them. I got a GoPro 13 and
Okay.
a Osmos
What?
3.
Oh, you get Caitlin Clark money. You just start spinning it willy
Look,
nilly.
this is me upping my game. I got a microphone so people can now
How did the
hear.
content go? Did you figure out how to use
It went pretty good. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
figured out how to use everything. It's fun, man.
got the mic
Osmos,
working?
the Osmos is cool, dude. Like how it follows you around like a robot. I don't trust it. I think
Hey,
it's
Did you
Speaking of
turn on the
Dave.
face follow thing?
Yeah, the face file. I've been playing around with it. It's been fun. What I want to do is get the stand, which I didn't order the creator pack, so I'm still waiting for the stand.
So
I'd love to have that on a table when I'm going through a box and looking at me from the side. That'd be really dope, like having a camera person for me.
Did you actually get the little microphone that goes with it?
I bought it afterwards. I should have bought the bundle.
You should have bought the bundle that I sent you the exact.
I realized that I wanted to. And also the DJI mic works with everything. My phone, my GoPro. Yes. So I had it hooked up today.
You had it hooked up to your phone?
It works with the GoPro 13. It didn't work with the 12, apparently. I don't know.
Hey, I got one of these mics where you hook it up so I don't have to use this thing and brush against the thing. I need you to help me figure it out when I get down there. I also need you to fix my repurpose because it isn't working anymore. Anyway.
I have one of mine isn't working. One of my work
not working at
all. I
all.
need it to work. It's important.
Yes, it's killing me. Like the last
Chad
5 videos haven't reposted on Facebook.
Quirky Picker Chad said, "What was your favorite Halloween costume you ever wore as a child?" Kevin?
My parents very rarely bought
60, 70 years ago.
We didn't. My parents wouldn't
probably
spend
like a
money
potato
on
sack would be my guess for Kevin.
It's weird that I don't remember any of my costumes. My mom made them. I know that much. She literally would hand make them. She had her sewing machine, and she'd be.
I'm surprised your mom let you do Halloween.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, anything to get us out of the house.
I remember the late 80s, early 90s.
She wouldn't even go with us. We would just
Kevin, you may remember this
case and say go.
Yeah.
You may remember this too. It was like the era of the cheap plastic things with masks with the rubber band around them. So you'd be like a G.I. Joe guy or a Ninja Turtle, and then you'd just get like a sack. It wasn't like really a outfit.
Yeah.
And then you'd go beg for candy.
Mm-hmm. I remember my mom making a clown outfit for me and my brother. We were really
now you just walk around and they're like, look at that clown.
No.
You don't even need an outfit.
Hobos. We were hobos because we made them ourselves to go out.
Oh, hobos.
Yeah, we made those costumes. Hobos.
There was the question from Smiley Thrifter, because I got bored of the Halloween question. What is one item each of you sell over and over again? So something, I assume she means something you find often and sell often.
Mm-hmm. So I can't say like ET pins.
Let's go recent. Last 4 months. Something you've been finding a lot.
All the time. Oh, finding a lot.
Finding a lot and selling a lot. Yeah, still Tupperware?
Yeah, I sell Tupperware 3-4 times a week.
Every week. I'm going to guess it's sports cards.
Yeah, I sold one today.
Neil Diamond CDs.
Well, is there a specific sports card that you find a lot and it's good enough to resell on the reg?
Oh, yeah, there's certain particular
Give
players.
Me one example. Only one,
anything,
please.
Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson. Okay.
Bo Jackson.
90s?
That's 90s, but there's 80s. Modern stuff. Yeah.
80s. Bo is 80s.
Well, he's 80s. I mean,
he went into the 90s.
He literally has cards ever since the 80s. Like they do reprints of old school stuff. Modern cards. He's in pretty much every modern set. Bo Jackson's so popular. They just have pictures of him from the 80s.
What was his rookie? 85?
87 is his main set rookie. He has a tops traded 86 rookie. And in football,
that's right. I'm thinking 89. The 89 All-Star game was the
football
big one,
is 88. Yeah, and
that's right. I thought it was
89. He was an All-Pro and an All-Star. I think in both leagues basically. So he was the real deal. But his stuff does well. Always King Griffey Jr. Modern people, any of the popular quarterbacks.
I sell
Stroud.
2 or 3 hats a week. 2 or 3 T-shirts a week. Every week.
Mine, I just went and grabbed one. I'm probably going to ruin it like Kevin ruined the super shooters or whatever. It's these cloth teak Santas that I find every week. I find like one of these for $1 to $3, and they sell good for like $20, like really fast, just all the time. They're not glass. They don't break. These are the thing I've been finding the most. I've
definitely
lately.
Sold those before. Those are
all the time. $20. They just move. Easy to store. I just grab them all the time.
Kevin should be buying that. Kevin's got all the grandma market.
I bet we're
doing a stocking stuffer show on Dibdit in a week or two. Nothing but new small items, like Dave.
Do I have new small items to sell?
I know an easy way you can get. Small items for next to nothing.
Speaking of Goodwill, I bought some off of Shop Commons to sell on the Dibdit show. By the way. From Amy Beach by Repeat.
There's a bunch of people with like makeup on there. I could buy some of that. Some of the lots.
No, that's not a stocking stuffer. Makeup?
I have 3 girls in my house. There's makeup in every stocking every year.
That's a good point. I'm just thinking along the Dibdit line of stocking stuffer. Anyways,
okay.
I think so. Speaking of Goodwill, I'm going to go on for like 4 hours straight, and then anybody who's a seller on Dibdit, Just get in the chat and say, hey, can I pop on? And if they've got small new items to sell, stocking things sell for a little while, then I'll bring somebody else on. We'll just go and I'll sell too.
We have a message from Morgan and Morgan Law Firm. It says, Kevin has only been paying Reagan $10 an hour, but Virginia state law requires $12 minimum wage. Reagan is seeking seeking further compensation. I mean, Kevin, any response to this?
No.
Okay.
No
all
response.
Right. Would you do
I
an
gave
ad
her
for
a raise
Morgan and
if it
Morgan?
makes
No,
you
this is
feel
the question.
better.
Would you do an ad for Morgan and Morgan? Or a big law firm like that? It doesn't need to be that
Did
one.
Death Pile Picker write that?
No, it wasn't. It was from Cricker stuff. He didn't say Morgan. I just said that because I got an ad offer from them and I shot them down, and I was curious
I think
if you
it's
guys would do
different with. I mean, come on, it's like a, I don't know, an allowance. Except for they got to work for it.
Oh, you're on the Reagan thing still.
Did
I've
you get
already
an
moved on
allowance?
to
I
the-
never got an allowance.
He didn't
I
catch
did.
my
I got
question at all.
$5 a week. I didn't even have to be a
Breaking.
good kid. I just got it.
I feel like Danny
Although,
DeWitt. I'm depressed.
when I was
they
in,
hate me.
did you get?
Oh,
You
what?
didn't get an allowance? What?
I'm off on my own thing.
I moved. My parents moved to Oregon when I was in high school. So my junior, senior year, I stayed in California, and they would send. My mom would send me. I can't remember if it was. I think it was $25 a week, is what they would send me. But I was paying for my
That's
entire
a
life.
lot of money.
Yeah, where were you? Were you just on Skid Row in LA?
I was
or where
a
did you
junior
stay?
in high school. I had to pay for my gas. I paid
I
for
ain't
my
giving
own
my kids
insurance. I
25
paid
a
for my
week.
car. I paid for my food. I paid for everything. $25.
But they gave you-
Going to take you very far.
Well, I guess if I abandoned my child, I might send them.
They didn't
25 a
abandon
week.
me. I chose. They
You
gave
said
me the
there
choice.
was no
Come with
food?
us.
And the people they left you with wouldn't feed you. You would have died of starvation.
No, but I didn't want to impose myself. So if
You
they had a meal
literally
or
were
something,
living with them. You imposed.
You've
well,
already, yeah,
but that's
you were
different. They allowed me to live
predisposed.
there, but I didn't want to be like, yeah, I'm eating your food all day
You're
long.
crapping in their toilet.
Yeah, you pooped in their toilet. Yes
That's
or
worse
no?
than eating their food.
I live with two different families. I would go.
Did you
2 or
flush?
4. You held
I
up
would
4
go
fingers.
for 4 days here, 3 days here, 4 days here, 3 days here. That's what I went back and forth because I didn't want
This
to do
explains your personality. Why you are the way you are.
what.
What just happened, that you would spend 4 days with one family and then 3 days
I
with
had.
another.
I'm not kidding y'all. I had a Dodge
Transactional.
Daytona.
Transaction.
Well, actually, I had a Ford Accord, but it broke down, and I got this bar, those expandable bars, and I put it in the back of my car, and my clothes were in the back of my car, so I would take whatever I'd wear the next day inside. So all my clothes, my shoes were in my trunk, all of it. What?
I sometimes
We told you we don't want to hear any more. We don't want to hear Carrie or see. I just assumed you were talking about Carrie when you were talking about being homeless in a car. I
wasn't homeless. I had
That's
a place
Freudian
to stay.
slip.
But what am I supposed to do? Go into their? I stayed one house.
Yes,
I had my own.
they're letting you
little
stay
room,
in
but
their
it was
house.
like-
You can bring your clothing inside.
It had a
Why
fold.
couldn't you?
There was no closet in that place, and the other place had a closet. Well, one of them was a kid's closet. I'm not going to take their kid's closet, and then the other one had stuff like their winter stuff in a closet where they bring it out. I wasn't going to take their closet space.
All this was for your dream of being a baseball star. How does it feel to have failed?
That's a great point. That's a great point. It wasn't really about a dream of being a baseball star. Think about this.
Brought up like a 30-year-old nerve there,
Well,
dude.
you live in the same place your whole life, 16 years, and we
Yeah.
just won a state championship. My whole life was there, and my parents were just fed up with Southern California, and so they felt bad. It was a
Do you
blessing for
harbor
them.
bitterness from them leaving? Like, is there some?
No, it was
bitterness?
unbelievable that they allowed me to stay. Can you imagine letting your kids stay? They
I'm
trusted
willing.
me.
Do my kids want to go live somewhere else? I'm kind of ready. Bye, guys.
Whatever.
Have
This
fun.
is
I'll
my
send you
mom.
25 a week.
No,
My
there's
mom was like-
inflation. That was like
They're
the
saving
60s,
a ton
dude.
of money at that point. Yeah.
She was 37, 36, 36, and both of her kids were gone. And she let
Kevin,
that
you never
happen.
answered my
That's-
question. You never
What?
answered my question. Would you take a sponsorship offer from one of these like predatory law firms?
No.
Allegedly predatory.
How much money? What's the
Probably a
Only
lot. They're
predatory
very
supply
rich.
companies. That's the only.
They're
I
very
work
rich
with.
because they offered me a deal and I just hard
Not
shot 'em
American
down.
Bubble Boy.
And
Like-
the funniest thing is like literally they're my relatives and they didn't know that they were trying to get a deal with, their cousin's son. But I just shot them down. I was like, nah,
love
you
it.
guys are icky. I'm all right.
Well, now your fans, when they inevitably have some sort of legal problems because they follow your advice, now they're not going to know what to do.
They're
How do
not
you know
going to know to
what?
call Uncle John.
Mhm. So Boots been selling good for me lately, y'all.
Boots.
Boots.
The animal?
I sold a pair for $2 at my yard sale. $3. I think I got 3. I was pretty excited. It was $1 more.
I would spend far less on this zone if I would just not be on this podcast. I'm making an announcement that I am no longer.
He's inserting it anally right now.
Yeah, dude. You could do that off camera. Okay, there we go.
Thank you. Yeah, 3 at a time. All right. In 6 months, will the Carrie and Dave bromance be going strong, or will they be looking to see other people? I think
familiarity
we're gonna
breeds contempt.
we're gonna hate each other really.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dave's
we
gonna
already
get
hate
tired
each other
of
a lot.
calling, saying you were supposed to meet me an hour ago.
How come your lips look all old right now?
Yeah. What
Or
happened?
you
to your
you put the
face?
thing in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to be addicted, guys. That's the face of
Look at that
addiction.
face of addiction. Look at that, man. Could you imagine just having to drink a soda the whole podcast?
That's
'cause you're
true. Give me
addicted?
more of my caffeine.
Mm.
Fines for All Minds said, can you talk again about tax benefits of having your kids work for you? Dang it, Fines for All Minds. All right, me and Carrie are going to go off screen while Kevin bores us.
No, I'm not going to bore
Do
you
it.
because
Talk about
I'm
the
not giving
kids.
tax advice. I believe you can do 10,000 in an LLC, an S corp, and they can receive that tax free, and you don't have to pay the Social Security and all the FICA and Medicaid, Medicare stuff. I think that's right.
Also,
But I
Fines for
don't-
All
I don't
Minds
give
wish you
advice,
safe
so talk
travels,
to an
Carrie.
accountant.
They're excited about the move.
Thank you, everyone.
Mhm.
I appreciate
Bodega
it.
Finds, if you could go back in time and be the first people to flip any item in history, what would it be? It could be anything from an ancient artifact to early tech. What's your ultimate time travel reason? Oh, time travel. So you go grab something from the past, bring it to the future to resell it. What is it?
Oh my God! Go wait a minute.
This is after-
past to the future.
You go in the past and then you
Is
come
this
back to the
after we?
future.
Is
with
this
Michael J.
after we
Fox.
take out Hitler or before?
Mickey
No,
Mantle.
you're not allowed to do anything but take one
You
item
only
back to
flip.
resell.
You can only flip. Okay.
You only have
One
to
item?
flip. One
Or
item
you
to
can
flip.
just like
Bring it
get
home.
tons of them. Like,
No,
could you
one
get a
item.
lot of them?
No, one.
Or is it
No
just
freaking
one?
multi-quantity ET pins, Kevin.
Mm.
Kevin goes
Man.
back to
Like,
1980
what's
and
the
buys all
benefit?
the ET pins.
So the first person to
Got to be
flip
Mickey
this
Mantle
item.
for you, right, Carrie?
That's a good one. Yeah.
What did you say?
What's
But I
Mickey
mean,
Mantle?
there's
isn't
gotta
that the
Babe Ruth.
most
Babe
valuable?
Ruth something, right?
Wouldn't it be better to like buy a house or something, or wouldn't that be more money? Well, maybe not for a
No.
man.
From like the
Mantle's a
year
lot.
12?
No,
Your house
you
would be
go
pretty
back
old
to
by
a
then.
year and buy it at that market price.
Oh.
You know what?
But where do you
how much
hide
would
it?
it cost you to get a
Do you
Mickey
have
Mantle?
to keister it back into the future? or
That's
do
the
you have
only
to
way to
place
get
it
back.
somewhere?
What did a Mickey? I mean, you got it free, right?
Yeah.
The Mickey Mantle card.
I
No,
would
you didn't
love.
get those free back
Look,
then.
it's one item. Can it be a case of cards? Because they dumped like cases of 1952 Topps cards into the Hudson River back in like the mid to late 50s.
All right,
'cause the product wasn't a success. I'd like a case of those.
$14,600. Regarding federal income tax, you can hire and pay your child up to $14,600 for the year per child, and they will not be subject to federal income tax. You may have to pay their FICA side of it, though. So I don't really know. Why don't you ask? Who is it, Dave? Jenna or Faith? Who should you ask?
Yes, Jenna or Faith or
Actually,
Wyatt.
neither, because one's a bookkeeper and one
Or
helps with
Wyatt, we
bookkeeping.
don't know.
You should probably ask an accountant, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Don't ask tax advice from people that aren't accountants or whoever they are.
All right.
14,600.
I'm going back to the year 1500. Leonardo da Vinci, and I'm going to buy the Salvator Mundi. The Salvator Mundi
There you
piece
go.
of art,
See, I didn't even
which
think
sold
that far
for
back.
$450 million
Yeah.
in 2017.
Yeah, but how do you get it? Do you
How
just
about
take
the
it back
Holy
with
Grail?
you?
Yeah, you can take. You magically reappear in 2024.
Yeah, but then it
and you
will have no significance because it didn't exist in the olden times because it disappeared.
Oh, mine! We're getting into some
Oh.
Sliders TV show
Yeah.
level. You
It
know,
only
now-
has
I'm gonna
value
watch
because-
that. That was
listen,
great.
You could pick something that disappears later. Like you could go to get the Ark of the Covenant, and it wouldn't change anything because it kind of disappeared in history. Maybe.
All right, fine. So I go back to 2016, and I steal it.
Who's the
and then
guy?
I sell
Who's
I don't
the CIA guy that jumped out of the plane? D.L. Hughley or something?
Oh yeah, that was a great story.
Okay, fine.
That's
You
a
know what?
good
No.
one.
Fine. We're gonna make it easier then.
Every-
I'm gonna go back to
something initials.
2009, and I'm gonna buy 5 million bitcoins for a piece.
Yes.
There
And
you
then I'm gonna
go.
sell
All of
There
us should go back and buy one
Yes.
Bitcoin in
And
2011.
just throw in a Dogecoin. Just throw in one Doge.
No, not one. I want 500 bitcoins. Oh, fine. We'll buy one.
No, you can only have one though.
Well, that's only like $40,000.
Oh, poor guy.
Bro, if I had invested in Commonwealth's business, I would have the same amount.
That would pay for Kevin's zone addiction for 3
Hey,
weeks.
Dave, that's it. You could start. You could go public. Sell
Dude, I should,
stocks
yeah,
in
sell
88
stocks.
Dave.
Kevin's already got like a whole catalog of NFTs that he canceled last minute when they all disappeared in value.
No,
Like,
I did not.
Kevin's got all those. He's got all those. What are those? What are they called? I forgot what they were called. The ape ones that were super popular.
Yeah, I
NFTs
don't have any of that crap.
that are all worth like $3 now, but
Yeah.
he paid 30,000.
Yeah, what
Dude,
are
you
those
could,
worth?
you could go back in time. Remember when those video games were selling sealed for
Bathing,
like $1
bathing
million?
ape? Oh, that's the
Bathing.
brand.
No, that's
the
brand.
brand.
Remember like Mario 64 sold for like $1 million? New in the
No.
package or something like that?
Oh yeah, with the
At
grade and
auction,
the
you can do
thing,
something like
yeah.
that. Like go get an original Mario.
Hey, that
copy.
reminds me. I have a sealed. This is well. I don't get into it. I'll wait.
Could
for a while.
you imagine like just with all the knowledge we have, time traveling and going to like a Toys R Us in 1987, just walking in with the sealed, just all the sealed video games, sports cards, toys. Oh my gosh!
But with inflation, you might could have taken that $10 it took to buy an LJN figure in the case and literally put it in an investment in Amazon or whatever, and it would grow way more than what it's worth today.
True. But
Who's Austin Arnold?
Don't have any idea.
Because he said, "When can I come back on Trash to Cash?" Kevin is ignoring me.
Who? Oh, that's that. That's the guy. He came on and he told us how terrible the podcast was. Bored Ape.
Oh,
Bored Ape.
Bored Ape. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was like a long time ago, wasn't it?
No,
the guy
that
was
was-
trying
that
to
was-
motivate us or something.
No.
Did
that
somebody
was-
else come on?
That was Make Money Flippin'. His name isn't Austin Arnold, is he?
Well, maybe you had somebody else. Didn't you invite people from the Discord one time to come
I
on?
don't know. Bodega Fine says if you. Oh wait, no, we already read that. Okay, so Austin Arnold.
Send your
also asked,
messages to Dave. He'll
Can
take care of 'em.
someone make a video about identifying gold and sterling silver in small items like necklaces and thimbles?
You
Yeah, I'll
lick
do that.
it.
I'll do that.
You
No one's
lick
done
it, and
it.
if it
No one's done
stings,
it,
it's
so I'm
gold
gonna
and
do
silver.
it. No one's
I
done
mean-
it, so I'm gonna do it. No, you didn't.
Nobody's
you didn't
done
do
it.
it, Kevin. You didn't do it. I'm gonna do it, and it's just gonna be me pooping. That's all it's gonna be. Just me pooping.
I need to list.
I love vintage New York City. Are you planning any meetups in the future? My vote is President's Day weekend in North South Carolina. Dave and Carrie can carpool. Don't make us all come down there. No, but you know what? We are going to have a yard sale November Sunday, I think the 17th, in Ben Isle, Florida. Come hang out. We'll cook some burgers. Kevin will order pizza on his dime, and we will
Exactly.
have a campfire and make smos.
Kevin will be in the short shorts and the sleeveless tank.
Picking and punching. Once Carrie moves to Florida, how long till he's a Florida man? Instantaneous.
Seriously, I
The
feel like I'm
moment he
already a
rolls in.
Florida
Yeah,
man.
he's like a Florida man on the inside. Cowtown Picker. I recently picked up about 100 cards at a garage sale for $3. Most are $1 cards tops, but a few are worth more if graded 15 to 30. And a Michael Jordan. Hey, it's that guy. This is the guy we're
Graded
talking
15
about.
to 30. You're losing money to
Yeah,
grade.
exactly. You're
Yeah, don't
definitely
grade.
losing money.
But he's the one I was talking about on Facebook. He brought the question to Patreon. He said, and a Michael Jordan that at a PSA 10 would be $7.3 thousand. Posted on the Facebook
that a
group,
sold
was
comp?
told it's not worth grading because it's next to impossible to get a 10. So to sell it raw,
No,
is
well,
it?
also like what I need to. I'll go look at that listing or your post, but more than likely it's probably a $20 card. I'd imagine.
Really?
Because a lot of times, yeah, there's people who have silly prices on some of these Michael Jordans because they're just not realistic. It depends on what
okay.
it is. If it, I
Let's
have
tell
to
you
look.
what it
There's
is. I can
certain
tell you
ones-
what it is.
Yeah,
I
tell
can
me
tell you
what it is.
That's not that hard. Kevin, you probably already know off the top of your head, yeah?
I have no idea.
I could tell you if you tell me what it is. I can tell you.
All right.
Jordan? Hey, 2 videos ago on Combo Picker, Rod, it was still from 127. Rod's like, I just got a Jordan rookie for $1. I'm like, what?
WS1, Michael Jordan Stadium Club Warp Speed.
It was a baseball rookie.
1995 to 96 Stadium Club Warp Speed,
me
Michael
look.
Jordan.
I don't care.
Let's
To
answer
look.
live on the
I don't
podcast.
think.
We're going to answer it live. WS1 Michael Jordan 1995 1996.
Okay, so
Stadium
it's not
Public
like a
School.
common card, so that's a good start. It goes for about $150,
Well, that's a good card.
$130. You're not going to get a PSA 10. It's going to be nearly impossible on an acetate see-through card. Yeah, like a PSA 7 went for 200. Like it's going to be tough to grade
Doesn't
that
sound
one.
worth grading then.
No, I wouldn't grade it. You probably got $150 card, which is cool. That's a good card to get in for that.
Someone said to
for
send
sure.
the card to Kurt's Card Care.
Kurt's Card Care is a guy who will. Well, I don't know if you send cards to him or it's just cleaner that he sells. But yeah, it's like he cleans it. There's a lot of issues with that in the community of sports cards. Whether you should clean, use adhesives, stuff like that. Not adhesives. I don't know.
But you don't adhere to that.
Did you see the?
I don't grade, man.
Yeah.
I think usually it's a bad idea.
In the Dibdit chats, did you see the 1940s Yankee tickets? 40s, 50s, 60s. I can't remember.
No, it sounds
60s.
like something I'd sell for $3 on my Dibdit auction, though.
I mean, there were Yankee tickets from, I can't remember, but it was old. 50s, maybe? 50s, I think. And somebody found them at a sale. I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah, there's a huge market for that stuff, honestly, especially like the baseball stuff from the 40s, 50s.
And if you get the one, like there was one that was, I think it was on Golden. That was when
Jim Flippers, you have so much potential. You have so much to give. And you need to bring that potential to the forefront. To the forefront. Yeah. Yeah. When you met me, I was a struggling local auctioneer / sex symbol. In my early 30s, living at home with my mother, making sure that I could avoid most adult responsibilities. But you motivated me to move out of my mom's house and move into your home. And since then, I've become a semi-popular TikTok celebrity to a very niche group of people. Very particular. If I'm in a very specific place at a very specific time, very randomly I'll be noticed, and so will you. So, motivation for you, keep doing you, because you've done so much for me. Who are you? Seriously, dude, how can I motivate you? I don't even know what your name is, honestly. I should have checked with Dave before I did this motivation. Dave's soiled underpants, and then you changed it to something to do with me. You are clearly trolling, but you are giving us money, so you are due a motivation new. So we are going to do it. Whoever you are, wherever you are, keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to motivate you to continue to pay whatever amount our motivation is. What is it? I don't know, 25 a month, something like that. More? Carrie's motivate. I'm going to continue to motivate you because motivation is super, super important. When times get hard, continue to pay this. Okay? Actually, you probably should make better decisions. Seriously, make better decisions, but keep this as part of one of the decisions that you consider to keep because it's helping out Kevin mostly. It's mostly going to Kevin and then a third to me and a third to Dave. So I think mathematically Kevin's getting more. Hello, everybody. I am Carrie. I go by American Arbitrage here on the internet. Today we're going to talk about how J-Ride can get motivated because it's his time. So here are 3 of the most powerful and interesting ways that you can motivate yourself like I'm going to motivate J-Ride right now. Number 1, get up early, guys. The early bird gets the worm, but little do they know, worms are gross, sleep in. It really doesn't matter because number 2 is what matters most. Number 2 is get the stuff done that you need to get done. Unless, hear me out, unless you don't need to get it done. Then does it really even matter? Does it? Okay, and number 3 to get J-Ride motivated today is, you know what? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. If nobody else believes in you, or if everybody believes in you, or if half the people, 50% believe in you and 50% don't, down the middle, if you believe in you, I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but you're going to feel good about it. So, the dramatic rise and fall of Harry Tornado. He started out as your friendly neighborhood insurance salesman, but now he's your friendly neighborhood reseller that does videos on YouTube. You gotta try to get your insurance job back. It can't be that hard. A real job is really important in this day and age. I think. Therefore I am, and so are you. So we've got that going for us, and I think that's gonna be good enough. Should be. 90-10.
Urgent message from paulsmerch.com. paulsmerch.com. Happiness. Humans. Anyway, we want to let you know that paulsmerch.com has taken over. He can do it, for he must. He can do it. He's supreme, the one we love the most. Do his merch. Paul's merch.